Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Friday, July 12th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $sign ORION-NWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Seattle Mariners versus the Los Angeles Angels. Game number 2 in the set. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 8 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and I'll get into the starting lineups. Happy Friday, everyone. And on the thumb on the left, we have big dumper Cal Raleigh. And on the right, Taylor Ward. And let's start it off with the starting lineups for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Trident's up, baby. Let's go. Batting second, DHing today for Seattle, Mitch Garver. Batting third, catching tonight for the Mariners, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Will he be able to hit 2 home runs in the same game from both sides of the plate? I don't know, but we will have to wait and see. Let's go, big dumper. You deserve to be an all-star. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, center fielder, no-fly zone, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Batting fifth, playing first base for Seattle, Ty France. Batting sixth, playing second base for the Mariners, Jorge Polanco. And you've come a long ways from getting booed almost every day to having 3 quality games in a row. Let's keep it going. Jorge Polanco, let's go Polo. Batting seventh, playing left field tonight, Victor Robles. Batting eighth, playing right field for the Mariners, Mitch Haniga. And batting ninth, playing third base for the Mariners, it's Demo Dylan Moore. And on the mound for the M's, welcome back from your injury. 3-1 record with a 1.77 ERA. You already know who it is. It is Brian Woo! Let's go. And hopefully he can pitch 6 innings, and I hope he has a nice quality start. Let's go, Brian Woo. And now let's get into the starting lineups for the home Los Angeles Angels. Leading off for the Angels at third base, Anthony Rendon. Batting second, playing first base for the Angels, Nolan Chanel. Batting third, playing left field, Taylor Ward. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, DHing today for the Angels, Willie Calhoun. Batting fifth, catching tonight for Los Angeles, Logan O'Hoppe. Batting sixth, playing second base for LA, Brandon Drury. Batting seventh, playing center field, Mickey Moniak. Batting eighth, playing shortstop for the Angels, Zach Neto. And batting ninth, playing right field tonight, Joe Adele. And on the mound for the Angels, the former Oregon Duck, now an All-Star and also former Los Angeles Dodger, 8-8 record with a 2.81 ERA. The Angels' best pitcher, Tyler Anderson. Let's go, Mariners. And like I mentioned multiple times on the stream, make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health, addiction, depression, anxiety. These are things that a lot of us are going through right now or have in the past. So if you feel like you're struggling a little bit or getting into the darkness, make some minor adjustments to your daily routine. Exercise a little bit more, eat a little bit healthier, and listen to 30 minutes of music every single day. If you do those 3 basic things, it'll help you climb out of the darkness a little bit quicker and help you win the day. Big facts. Let's go, baby. Matt in the building. What's good? How are you? Let's get to 100 in the donos. And make sure if you guys have a Twitter/X account, do your boy a solid and like and retweet the live stream there. It'll help us get more people here for the NWSF. And also, we're going to go for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 for the stream in total. And we're going to be shooting for 100 in the donos on every single stream. Bucks, Rays, Bolts in the building. How are you? What's good, brother? Daniel in the building. What's good? Captain Oreo in the building. What's good? Terry in the building. What's good? And I do have an announcement that just dropped within about an hour. Good news and bad news. So we already know Logan Gilbert made the All-Star game. He's pitching on Sunday for the game 4 of 4 in this particular set. Then we end up having the home run derby and the festivities on Monday, and then the All-Star game is on Tuesday. So Logan Gilbert got selected, but since he's pitching on Sunday, he is not allowed to play just based on lack of rest. So what that means is we're going to get a second All-Star to join Logan Gilbert. I'm a little disappointed because I wanted Logan Gilbert and Andres Munoz to play, but hey, I guess we can't have everything that we want. But congratulations, Andres Munoz. You have gotten selected since Logan Gilbert will be not able to play due to lack of rest, pitching on Sunday. So Logan will still be there. He'll have his name announced, but he won't be playing, which is a damn shame. But hopefully we win the game on Sunday to make up for it. But I feel bad for Logan because he deserves to pitch at least a couple pitches out there. I mean, hell, it's his first All-Star game, and same thing for Andres Munoz. But it is what it is, and hopefully this will not be the last All-Star game for Logan Gilbert and Andres Munoz. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Darren in the building. What's good? Let's go. Absolutely, I'm having a great day. And I already kind of knew that Andres Munoz was going to get selected, but I didn't like that he got selected just because Logan Gilbert can't play. And let's be real. Okay, if you pitch on Sunday, and let's say he pitches, 90 to 100 pitches, and then he's got Monday off to rest the arm, you're telling me that Logan Gilbert can't pitch 10 to 15 pitches in a half inning? Like that's going to be too much for him, and his arm is going to fall off, and he's potentially going to get like Tommy John. Get the fuck out of here, So, and one side of it, I'm kind of mad that Logan doesn't get to go out there and pitch. He made the All-Star game. He earned it. He deserves to pitch for a half inning, in the 8th or the 9th or whenever they would decide to use him late in the matchup, because he obviously won't be starting. They would, sprinkle him in the 6th, 7th, 8th, later in the matchup. But on the flip side, since he can't play, then Andres Munoz can come to the All-Star game. So it's kind of I guess, I don't know, like a double-edged sword. I'm happy, but I'm also a little sad for Logan Gilbert, but happy for Andres Munoz. First pitch to J.P. Crawford from Tyler Anderson is high. 1-0 count. Let's go, baby. J.P. Crawford in the box. Let's be electric like we were yesterday. Let's go. J.P. pops it up. Should be a routine play here for the Angels. 1 away. And again, we ended up winning yesterday 11-0 and had a pitcher that was making his major league debut. Now we have the former Oregon Duck, former Los Angeles Dodger, and all-star Tyler Anderson. So we potentially could lose this game tonight. It's going to take everything that we need and everything that we got to be able to get this dub. It's not going to be easy, and we'll see what happens when we have George Kirby tomorrow and Logan Gilbert on Sunday. Next up for the Mariners, DHing here, Mitch Garver. Yeah, baby. Nice base hit past the third baseman all the way out to left field. Nice job, Mitch Garver. And again, at the beginning of the year, we weren't very excited about what Mitch Garver was doing or Jorge Polanco, but it seems like both players are starting to get a little bit better, and I like seeing them produce. Let's go, Mitch. Next up, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh.
I mean, what can this guy not do? He homers from the left side. He homers from the right side. He's leading the team in home runs, and he's actually got the most home runs out of any catcher in Major League Baseball. So, Cal Raleigh deserves to be there, and I get it. His batting average is a little low, but again, you got the most home runs out of any catcher in baseball. You're not in the All-Star game. Eventually, he will be. And again, I hope that we end up paying him the money, because I would really like to see Cal Raleigh be a Mariner for life. And I would be very, very disappointed if my favorite player on the team, not named Julio Rodriguez, George Kirby, or Logan Gilbert, doesn't end up being a Mariner for life. But he is going to have, obviously, opportunities to make a lot of money. Scott Boras is his agent, so he'll probably end up getting $200 to $350 million. And I don't know if the Mariners are willing to pay that. We got Harry Ford waiting in the wings. But I'll tell you this. Harry Ford isn't going to do the stats that Cal Raleigh is putting up right now. And I feel like if Julio Rodriguez is kind of like the face of the franchise, like a Michael Jordan or a Ken Griffey Jr., right? Then Cal Raleigh popped up 2 away. Cal Raleigh's going to be like the Scottie Pippen. He does everything really, really well. And, Jordan didn't win championships without Scottie. And I feel that Julio, Kirby, and Logan Gilbert are going to need Cal Raleigh. Otherwise, we're never going to be able to win a World Series. Hell, we might not even be able to get to one if we don't have Big Dumper Cal Raleigh. So, again, Cal's always doing big, big things. And again, he's doing things that no other Mariner player on this roster can do. And I hope that we end up signing him long term. Next up, J-Rod, center fielder, no fly zone, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Get it, baby. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go, Julio. Top of the first with 2 outs. Odin in the building. What's good? Julio, back on! Let's go! Julio Rodriguez, my boy, let's go! We're coming out with that electricity, we're coming out with that fire, and we're trying to be able to win this game. Tyler Anderson, the All-Star, it doesn't fucking matter. 2-0 Mariners, let's go! Hell yeah! Way to get off to a good start, baby! And I'll tell you what, right now, I guarantee Tyler Anderson did not expect anything like this to happen. Let's fucking go. 2-0 Seattle. Tridents up, baby. Let's go. Woo! Yes, sir. And Tyler's not going to be giving up that many home runs throughout the year. First pitch is low. Next up is Ty France, 1-0 count. Woo! Let's go, baby. I know, me too, man. As soon as I saw that Munoz made it, I started fist pumping, jam tan laundry like I was on Jersey Shore or something. And then I saw that he was replacing Logan Gilbert. And then my first fear was like, uh-oh, what happened to Logan? Is he hurt? Like, what happened? And then, they said, Scott Service, that he's pitching on Sunday. He doesn't have enough time to rest. So they're going to replace him for Andres Munoz. But Gilbert will be there, but he won't pitch, which is a damn shame. But at least Munoz gets to join him. So, again, a double-edged sword there. Let's go, baby. You love that. Let's go, baby. Ty France in the box. Darren loves it. Let's go. Absolutely. Big swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Yeah, what's wrong? I mean, if he's in that age to have kids, and of course, you probably would assume that his first 2 kids were female. They're girls, right? So they're probably going to be pretty good athletes, because we already know, that Mahomes family is made of athletes. And I imagine baby number 3, they were hoping that it would be a boy, and so that way maybe that particular boy would play sports, and maybe one day, maybe even football. Chopper towards third base. And again, when you're a multi-millionaire and literally the most famous player in the NFL, you're going to have kids. Hey, at least it's better than Tyreek Hill, who's married and pumped out 5 kids with 5 different baby mamas this year. At least Patrick Mahomes is actually a good dude, right? And he's not married and having kids with other girls on the side. Just saying. Just saying. Big fact. Tyreek, be better, brother. But I'm not sure if they have announced the sex of the new baby, Patrick Mahomes' 3rd kid. But I imagine that they're probably trying to go for a boy. Chopper towards third, line drive. And that is the end of the inning. Tyler Anderson, the former Duck and Dodger, gets roughed up by Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. 2-0 Mariners. Yeah. Let's go. Nice job, Julio. And it's not often Julio's going to get off to a good start like that. Nice job. 2-0 Seattle. And on the mound for the Mariners, one of our more exciting up-and-coming pitchers, 3-1 record, 1.77 ERA. At one point, he was the best pitcher on the team besides Logan Gilbert. You know who it is. It ain't Ric Flair. It is Brian Woo! Let's go. I am ready for some Brian Woo. Leading off for the Angels, third baseman Anthony Rendon. Batting second, first baseman Nolan Chanel. And batting third, left fielder Taylor Ward. Let's go, Mariners. Fuck yeah. Appreciate you, Odin's son, for liking and retweeting the stream, as well as Matt and I believe Sarah. Let me refresh everything here on my end. All right. Shout out to Odin, Sarah, and Matt for liking and retweeting the live stream there on Twitter/X. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X. And let's see what we got going here on the YouTube side. We have 33 people in the building. And we need one more like to get to 10. We got 18 people on the YouTube side, another 18 or so on the Twitter/X side. We got 11 likes out of 18 people in the room. So if you have a chance, smash that like button for your boy. We need 9 more to get to 20. Let's go, baby. In the box, Anthony Rendon. First pitch right down the middle for Brian Woo. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. Make sure you're keeping me up to date on what's going on SmackDown. I appreciate that. You know, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown are must-see TV. Good facts. Let them know. Let's get to 100 no-nos, baby. O2 pitch from Woo to Rendon. Popped up, line drive. Wow, all the way to the wall. Stand-up double by Anthony Rendon on Brian Woo. Great start for the Angels there right out of the gate. Not a good start there for Brian Woo, but hopefully he'll pick it up. Next up, first baseman Nolan Chanel. Nice follow those string with those City Connects that the Angels are wearing here tonight. Nice. Heck yeah, I'm excited for that. And a lot of those names are not as well known, you know what I mean? But they're a little bit more thuggish, you know, with beating guys up and whatnot, which they should. And I'm enjoying, obviously, what we got with the new Bloodline. I think the original Bloodline, you know, in the beginning, it was cool. But then when they just kind of stretched it out with the story and just kept, you know, with Roman with the belt as long as they did, it kind of lost a little bit of its flavor and its juice. You know, if they would have not had that long of a run, I think it still would have been like, you know, up there. But I think at, you know, some point, even if you were a Bloodline fan, even Bloodline fans and Roman fans were like, man, maybe we should do something different. It was kind of getting a little stale and a little old, but I do like this new Bloodline, and I like the new storylines and angles that we have in this new WWE run by Triple H. 1-1 pitch in the bottom of the first from Brian Woo to Nolan Chanel. Stopper. Oh, just foul. Come on, Brian. You got to step up, bud. I know this is your first start in a minute. You know, you've been injury prone the last couple years. We need you. Let's go, Brian. Focus, bud. 2-2 count to Nolan Chanel. Let's go. Go, Brian. Focus, bud. Two-two pitch. Pitch is outside. Count is full. 3-2 count. Nice catch there in right field, lined out to right. One away. There we go. Next up for the Angels, left fielder, Taylor Ward. Yeah, definitely going to be building towards Roman being the baby face, a bloodline versus the heel bloodline. It's going to be awesome. Bottom of the first, 2-0 Seattle. Runner at second, Anthony Rendon. 1-0 pitch from Brian Wu. That one chopped foul, Taylor Ward. Brian Wu, opponent average fifth, opponent slugging first, opponent OPS first. Let's go. One pitch, right down the middle for a strike looking. 1-2 count. Yeah, but that post that you had, Matt, that's not really necessarily a reliable source. That's just some jobber that's got a Twitter/X account. That's not verified by someone that's actually legit, right? That's just some guy that's, that created a Twitter/X, kind of being like an Ari, where that they just put out news and copy and paste from other real sources. I'm not sure how legitimate that individual really is. I've never heard of that particular source before, so it may come true and there might be some valid points and it might have some truth to it, but again, you got to be careful on where you're getting your information from too. Throw to first, got him, 2 away. But I could see them adding a couple more teams at some point, and Notre Dame in the Big Ten kind of made sense years ago, obviously with some of the rivalries that they had, but obviously with, playing USC and, looking at some of the teams that they play year in and year out, it might be just a matter of time. I know Odin wants them to stay independent forever, but if they were going to join, obviously the Big Ten is the conference that they would. So bottom of the first, 2-0 Seattle. Just because you read it on the internet doesn't necessarily mean it's true. First pitch to Willie Calhoun. We got all of that. Back. Come on. We're tied up at 2, baby. Wow. Willie Calhoun with a 2-run blast. Third homer of the season. 14 ribbies in 2024. Exit velo 99.7. And we are knotted up at 2. Wow. Captain Oreo, man, not what you want to see. You want to see Brian Wu. This Brian Wu seems like rookie Brian Wu, where he would give up, maybe 2 or 3 homers and he would give up 5 to 7 runs. Hopefully, this is the only home run that he gives up. And thank God Julio ended up hitting a 2-run jack early on. Day in the building, what's good? But again, at some point, Notre Dame, it's going to come down to money. TV rights and money, and more, money coming into the university and whatnot, and obviously the games that are going to be played. And there's another hit by Logan Ohapi. Man, Brian Wu not looking very sharp here in his first start coming back from the injury. Nice job, Logan Ohapi. And if you're just tuning in, Willie Calhoun just moments ago hit a 2-run blast. And in the top of the first, Julio Rodriguez ended up hitting a home run of his own, and we're knotted up at 2. Next up for the Angels, second baseman Brandon Drury. Well, at least we have excitement right out of the gates, and I didn't think it was going to be an 11-0 game, but I am kind of shocked that we have home runs early in this matchup in the first inning. And another hit. Wow. This is not good for Brian Wu. And we got Tyler Anderson, the former Duck and the former Los Angeles Dodger all-star, on the mound on the opposite side. Wu needs to be better. Maybe he's still hurt, but he definitely doesn't have the same kind of stuff that he had prior to the injury. Fucking A. Next up for the Angels, center fielder Mickey Moniak. Get out of this fucking inning, Brian. Come on now. Let's go, Wu. Focus, brother. Now they're going to have a little mound visit. Cal Raleigh trying to motivate him. Come on now. Right, but I'm just saying if they ended up joining the Big Ten, there would be more money for them, on the Big Ten network, additional millions and millions of dollars, NIL deals, additional sponsorships and other things that, Notre Dame would be able to have access to. Not that they need it, but obviously joining the Big Ten would include more money for them. Runners at first and second with 2 away, bottom of the first. Bunt attempt there by Mickey Moniak. That one goes foul. 204 average, 5 homers, and 28 ribbies here in 2024. I'll watch it later tonight. Keep me posted with everything that happens as you're watching. 0-1 pitch from Wu to Moniak. Big swing and a miss. Behind in the count 0-2. Nice job, Brian. Let's go, baby. Keep it going. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is high and outside. 1-2 count. If you got a Twitter/X, do your boy a solid and like and retweet the live stream like Odin, Sarah, and Matt did. I'd be greatly appreciated if you can. And smash that like button for your boy. Let's try to get 20 likes within the first hour. And another hit by Mickey. Throw to first is wild. Man, we are sloppy here today. Throw home. Get him. Got him at home. Yes, what a throw to Cal Raleigh. Bang. And we are out of the inning. Trident's up. J.P. Crawford with that amazing throw to Cal Raleigh at home. And what a chaos ball right there. Aggressive base running. JP comes in, bare hands it, throws it to Cal, and the tag is good. Let's go. That was close. And again, that might have saved the game for us. Let's be honest. Nice job by JP Crawford. That's why it's, it's so instrumental to be able to have guys that are two-way players that play good offense, and my favorite, play great defense. JP might have saved the game right there. We're still knotted up at 2. End of the first inning. What a first inning, huh? 4 runs combined, 2 for the Mariners and 2 for the Angels. I don't think anyone predicted that. What an electric start there for the Mariners and the Angels. Let's go, baby. Not very good for Brian Wu out of the gates or Tyler Anderson, but hopefully the things will get a little bit better as the game goes on. Next up for the Mariners in the 6th hole, second baseman Jorge Polanco. Batting second in the 7th hole this inning, left fielder Victor Robles. And batting third in the 8th hole, right fielder Mitch Haniga. And on the mound for the Angels with an 8-8 record, 2.81 ERA, the former Oregon Duck and Los Angeles Dodger All-Star this year, Tyler Anderson. And I'm a little shocked that we ended up getting 2 in the first inning on him. I was kind of thinking that we probably wouldn't score that much until maybe the 7th inning. I figured it would be very bleak. Maybe a few hits. If we were lucky, maybe an RBI or a solo home run, maybe. But I'll take it. At least it makes the game exciting, and hopefully we can match them and match their energy. 5 hits in the first inning for Brian Wu, which is terrible. All right, we got 22 people watching on YouTube, 15 on Twitter/X, but out of the 22, we only have 15 likes. So if you are in the room, do your boy a solid and smash that like button. We only need 5 more likes to hit the goal within the first hour to get to 20. Let's go. And then we're going to try to shoot for 30 to 50, and we hit 50 last night. Man, you're telling me. Very close. 0-1 pitch from Anderson to Polanco. Polanco pops that one up, and that one is going foul. Behind in the count 0-2. Come on, Polo. Let's try to have your 4th quality game in a row. After getting the Boo Birds out, in the last 2 weeks, lackluster performance on offense, shitty batting average, a liability at defense, but you've had 3 really good games in a row, with hits and RBIs, and hopefully Polo can keep it going. I'm hoping for a 2 for 4 day, or at least 1 for 4 at the very least. Let's go, Polo. 1-2 count. Polo going to left field. Should be a routine play, and it drops. Flied out to left, 1 away. That's okay, Polo. Next up, left fielder, Victor Robles. We got George Kirby on the mound tomorrow. Same time, same place, 6:30 Pacific. And then Logan Gilbert on Sunday at 1 o'clock Pacific. I'll be doing all those games. And then on Monday, we're going to have the home run derby, and I'll do that. Tuesday's the All-Star game, and then we'll have 2 days off, Wednesday and Thursday, where we will have no baseball. And, as they're traveling and resting up, and then going to their new series on Friday. I don't really like having 2 days off back-to-back, but if there's nothing to do, what can you do? I'll just spend time with Paisley and do a lot of reading and film study. Top of the second, we're knotted up at 2-0 pitch from Anderson to Victor Robles. Big swing and a miss, 2-1 count. Two-one pitch. Pitch is high and inside. 3-1 count. Good evening, Sarah. How are you? Come on, baby. Let's go, Victor. And I like that Victor Robles is getting a chance to play over Jonathan Clase. Jonathan Clase came up from AAA, and even though we got Victor Robles for pretty much a bag of peanuts, you want to be able to give each guy a chance to see what they can do. And Clase played yesterday. Now they got Robles today. Dual dribbler, throw to first. There we go. 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder, Mitch Haniger. Let's go, Mitch. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Nice to be able to see your girl as well as mine, right, with Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Onosku doing big things there in the WNBA. 2 of the top 6 players already, which is not really a surprise. Sabrina was the best player when she came out. Caitlin Clark, obviously one of the best, coming out here as well with Angel Reese, and nice to be able to see them playing very well. But we know Asia, obviously, Wilson is the best player right now in the WNBA overall. But don't be that surprised if those other 2 and a few others catch up to Asia. I mean, I don't watch the WNBA, on a regular basis. I'll have stuff come up on my timeline, but I definitely pay attention on who's good and who's not and who's putting up stats. 1-2 pitch to Mitch Haniger from Tyler Anderson, and got him. Nice punch out by Tyler. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning, 2-2, Mariners and Angels. Let's see who's up next here in the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Angels, shortstop in the 8-hole, Zach Neto. Batting second this inning in the 9-hole, right fielder, Joe Adele. And Joe is is slippery. He's kind of sneaky. You know, if you give it to him right down the middle, he'll surprise you, even for a 9-hole hitter. I see you, Joe. Last time the Mariners played him earlier in the year in Seattle, they had him pinch hit late, and then he ended up hitting like a grand salami. So I'm always keeping my eye on Joe Adele. And batting third at the top of the order with a stand-up double to start their run, third baseman tonight, Anthony Rendon. Oh, Shohei Ohtani. Late game heroics by him. 4-3 over the Tigers. Nice job, Shohei. Oh, bench is cleared. Who's involved? Someone got hit by a pitch and then they started yapping. Was it any of the superstar players that are involved, like Adley Rutschman or Gunnar Henderson or Judge or Soto, Giancarlo Stanton, any of the big names? Stormbum in the building. What's good? How are you? Bottom of the second, 2-2, Mariners and Angels. And Brian Wu has already given up 5 hits in limited action. First game back from the injury, so not exactly what we want to see here, but hopefully we can still find a way to get it done. And that is the career high for Brian Wu. He has never given up 5 hits in an inning besides today. Big swing and a miss from Zach Neto. Behind in the count 0-1. Neto with another hit. Man, Brian Wu is getting fucked up here today. And hopefully we'll be able to match the production, or if they get a bunch of hits, hopefully it doesn't lead to anything and they leave a lot of guys stranded. Otherwise, we're going to get fucked up in this game. And if it wasn't for a lucky Oppo Taco home run by Julio, barely over the wall, we would definitely be losing this game and we'd be down 2-0. But thank God Julio got a homer in the first, so that way we're tied. Man, everyone's getting hit for the Angels. My goodness. Next up, right fielder Joe Adele. He's sneaky slippery, like I mentioned earlier. If you give it to him right down the middle, he will make you pay. So hopefully Brian will be very cautious with him. And again, he doesn't have a good batting average. He's only batting 180, but he's got 14 homers. So he's either going to home run or he's going to strike out. So we'll see what happens here. Bottom of the second, 2-2, Mariners and Angels. Runner at first, 1-0 count from Wu to Adele. Pitches outside, 2-0 count. Yeah, the only problem with Munoz going to the All-Star game, if you read the headline, he's replacing Logan Gilbert because Logan Gilbert is pitching on Sunday, and they said it's not enough rest. So he'll be at the All-Star game, but they're not going to allow him to pitch, which is horseshit. So, I get it. It's cool that we have 2 representatives now, and Munoz gets to play and he gets to go. But I feel bad for Logan Gilbert because this is his first All-Star game, and it just so happens that he's pitching on Sunday, for the last game in the set of the Angels. He would have a day off on Monday, and he would only be pitching probably 15 pitches in a half inning at some point in the game, So I don't see it's not like he would be starting and pitching for 6 innings in the All-Star game. So I kind of feel bad for Logan since he won't be able to pitch. He'll be there. But again, at least Andres Munoz gets to go and pitch, and so it's a little bit of a double-edged sword. Am I happy for Andres Munoz? Hell to the fucking yes, I am. But I'm also disappointed, that Logan is not able to play. That one kind of hurts my heart a little bit. But shout out to Logan Gilbert, shout out to Andres Munoz, and hopefully Logan Gilbert will be, very fiery on Sunday and hopefully he'll be able to have an amazing performance. If he's not going to get to play in the All-Star game, he'll be there, and they'll announce his name, but he will not be able to pitch, which sucks ass. And in all honesty, we should have had 3 All-Stars this year. Logan Gilbert, Andres Munoz, and Cal Raleigh, but it is what it is. Oh, Judge. Well, Judge has been on a slump, so nice to see him getting back on track. And sometimes that'll happen, to like the Yankees and the Orioles and, Guardians, where you're at the top of the division, or even Dodgers and Phillies. You can be at the top, but at some point you're going to hit a wall, and even the best players in the world will struggle. And good for Judge to be able to get back on track. 3-2 pitch. And ball 4 to Joe Adele. We got runners at first and second now. Next up, third baseman with a stand-up double in the first inning, Anthony Rendon. Come on, baby. Come on, Brian, settle down. I mean, this definitely reminds me of Brian Wu back like in his rookie year, when he would be giving up 5 to 10 runs a game. Then he would, and then he would kind of settle down. He would be like, okay, ERA of 10, then an ERA of 8, and then he got it down to 6 and then 5. But, in his first couple seasons, it wasn't that uncommon for him to give up 2 or 3 homers and like 5 runs. And right now it's 2-2, but I mean, he's already given up how many hits? 6? That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking hits early on. He is getting lit up tonight. And this is his first start coming back from an injury, though. So I think that's why. If he wasn't injured, then this would be like, whoa, what the hell is going on? Is he injured? But it's his first start coming back from the injury. And anytime you come back from an injury, sometimes you're not 100%. And if I had to put money on it, I would probably bet that he is not 100%, but he's just, he's giving it a go. Chopper. Throw to first. Got him. 1 away as the runners advance to second and third. Could have went for a double play, but I think Demo knew he wasn't going to get it. Let's go, baby. DX in the building. What's good? Yeah, so Julio Rodriguez homered to right center, and then Willie Calhoun homered to right. And Brian Wu has been getting a little roughed up right now, DX. He's already given up 6 hits and 5 hits in the first, which was the most in Brian Wu's career. And hopefully he'll settle down a little bit first game back from the injury, but at least it's not 11-0. And that's cool for us, Mariner fans, but as far as like a fun game back and forth, it's definitely more competitive with Tyler Anderson, the all-star on the mound for the Angels, and then Brian Wu for the Mariners. Let's go. One-0 pitch. Oh, did that hit him? Uh-oh. Base is loaded as he hits Nolan in the foot. Oh, fuck, man. Come on, Brian. Man, Brian is not looking good. Next up, left fielder Taylor Ward, and they have bases loaded with 1 out. We need to figure out a double play or something here. But this is definitely the worst pitching performance that I've seen since Wu's rookie year. It's not like the Angels are a powerhouse team, but almost every single player in the starting lineup has a hit already. I think 6 out of the 9 already have hits. Pitch right down the middle for a strike to Taylor Ward. Thank God. 0-1 count. Come on, Wu. Oh, 1 pitch. Chopper. Double play. 1. Yes, we got out of the inning. Fuck yeah. No runs scored. Brian Wu gets saved by the defense again. There we go. And he's got to be very, very happy because obviously this performance so far, we could easily be down 5-2, 6-2, 7-2 at this point, even though it's only going into the third inning. Definitely got saved by the defense there with that nice double play. Fuck yeah. Good shit. Let's see who's up next here for the Seattle Mariners. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you got a Twitter/X, do your boy a solid and like and retweet the live stream. It'll help us get more people here to the Northwest Sports Fanatics. We got 50 people in the building. And again, if you are watching on the YouTube side, do your boy a solid and smash that like button. We want to get 20 likes within the first hour and then 30 to 50 overall in the stream with 100 in the donos. All right, so we got 29 people in the YouTube room, but we only got 18 likes. So there's 11 of y'all that haven't smashed the like button just yet. So if you could just take 1 second out of your day, smash that like button. It takes 1 second. That'll help us get to the goal. We only need 2 more people out of 11, and then we're already at the goal for the first hour. So hopefully we can get those 2 people. But we're at 18 likes, and we only need 2 more to hit the goal in the first hour to get to 20. Let's go. See who's up next here in the top of the third for the Mariners. Due up for the Mariners, leading off in the top of the third in the 9-hole, third baseman, Demo Dylan Moore. Batting second at the top of the order, shortstop 0 for 1, J.P. Crawford. And batting third in the 2-hole, DHing today for the Mariners with a single already, Mitch Garver. Let's go, baby. We got to be able to, make up for these big hits that Brian Wu is giving up, but at least we're not down. We're tied right now, so that feels good. Let's go, baby. Focus, Brian Wu. Let's get it. And we got George Kirby on the mound tomorrow, Logan Gilbert on Sunday. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, they're always going to be coming up with like new ideas and things that they think are going to work, like doing the Chicago street race and whatnot. I know some people love it. Some people, don't like it as much as some of the other tracks, but, a little bit of variety is always nice. But again, they've been making a lot of changes in NASCAR, not only to the cars as of late, with the new specs, but obviously adding some new tracks and a little bit new flavor and whatnot, to the NASCAR Cup Series. Top of the third, 2-2 Mariners and Angels. 2-1 count from Anderson to Demo. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. 3-1 count. Go, baby. Smaller Martinsville. Jason in the building. What's good? Demo crushed that baseball. Wow. Almost homered there and just went foul. That Angel fan in that Mike Trout jersey leaned over. Foul ball. He's lucky. That could have been almost a home run there or fan interference for a home run. He is lucky. Big boy there in the outfield. He's got a glove and he didn't even make the catch. Come on, big boy. If you're going to have a glove, you got to make the catch out there. You can definitely tell the people that played baseball growing up and the people that, want to act like they did but have no idea how to catch. If you can't get a baseball without a mitt, you don't deserve to get one at a game. 3-2 pitch. Demo pops it up. Neto is there. 1 away. Okay, Demo, next time up, baby. Next up for the Mariners, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. Bring that electricity like you did yesterday. We need you. I know you're going to come up with some great defense, but we're going to need your bat today. Come on, J.P. First pitch for a strike, 0-1 count. We're in the top of the third, knotted up at 2. Come on, JP. Pitch is inside, 1-1 count. And if you're looking for other things to watch after the baseball game is over, Shark Fest on Nat Geo and Shark Week on Discovery have been amazing this year. They're always good every year. JP Crawford, little dribbler. Uh-oh. Nice error by the Angels, and JP Crawford gets away with a nice little bloop single there. Brandon Drury with the error. Let's go. We'll take that. Hell yeah. Nice job, JP. Even though he didn't really run full speed, he thought he was going to be out. But again, you always want to run full speed to first. You never know when that particular player might end up fumbling the bag, and Brandon Drury did just that. Let's go. Let's make them pay. Come on, Mariners. Next up for Seattle with already a hit, DHing Mitch Garver. And Mitch can get on with a single RBI or maybe even get hit by a pitch or a walk here. Let's go. I mean, for me, DX, I mean, I'm such a big NASCAR fan. I mean, I'll watch trucks. I'll watch Xfinity. I mean, I've liked NASCAR Cup. I watch every single Sunday. I don't miss a race, and I haven't missed a race in years. I used to be really hardcore when I was a kid, and then I had about a 10-year break where I didn't have any friends that liked it, so I didn't really have anyone to talk about it with, and so I stopped watching a little while, but then I got back into it, obviously doing this channel full-time and whatnot, and I even did live streams for NASCAR about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and I did it for about 2.5 years, but then it got to a point where the viewership really wasn't as good, and then I have to be able to kind of make a business decision. You know, if it comes down to doing like a Mariner game, you know, or doing a NASCAR Cup Series race, I have to make sure that I'm getting the proper likes and subs and views and donos, you know, and it has to make sense for me to do it. And hopefully one day I'll be able to do NASCAR Cup Series streams again, because I really do enjoy it. And even though I don't stream it, I'm watching it every Sunday. Big facts. Popped up. Good speed there for Mickey Moniak, 2 away. Garver popped up to center field. Next up, big dumper, catcher Cal Raleigh, who's hit 2 home runs in a game in the last 3 games on both sides of the plate, left-handed and right-handed. The guy is a wizard. The guy is electric, and he deserves to be an all-star. And guess what? He's leading all of Major League Baseball as catchers in home runs and for throwing guys out from first to second. Big facts. But, you know, even though he's got a low batting average of 214, if you look at his stats compared to all the other catchers, I mean, Adley Rutschman is great, you know, and Salvador Perez has always been an OG, you know, but Cal is a top 3 catcher. And there he goes again, baby. Let's go. Someone is on fire. Back. God. Now Raleigh does it again. And you're telling me he's not an all-star? Get the fuck out of here. Big dumper strikes again. My boy. Now we got to see if he'll do it from the opposite side of the plate. This guy is electric. This guy is the man. Nice job, big dumper. 4-2 Mariners. Unbelievable. And again, he's got more home runs than Adley Rutschman and any other catcher that's in the league right now. And he's thrown out the most batters, obviously, and runners going from first to second. And again, at some point, maybe Cal Raleigh will be recognized as the best catcher in baseball. Even though Adley Rutschman has got the hype, Cal Raleigh's got the stats, baby. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. No catcher has been hotter than Big Dumper. Wow. And again, if you're not going to pay money for Big Dumper like you did with Julio, I mean, I don't know if I can be a fan of this team. You know, again, I get it. He's got Boras as an agent. And again, you know, I get it. We got Harry Ford waiting in the wings, but we might trade him at the deadline. But Cal is like a Scottie Pippen to a Julio who's like, you know, like a face of a franchise like a Jordan. You're going to need both. You're not going to be able to win it with just Julio or just Cal. You need both of them. And Julio with a nice base knock. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Here we go. Nice little rally here for the Mariners. JP getting it going. Cal Raleigh with the 2-run blast. Julio with another hit. Next up, Ty France. Let's go, baby. And even if Cal, you know, gets $200 million, $300 million, you pay the guy. He's made more big plays in 3 years than any other player on the roster, and probably any player that we've had in the last 10 or 15 years, except for like Ichiro. And even Ichiro isn't hitting, you know, home runs on both sides of the plate, you know, as a leadoff hitter. This is going to be one of the best players the Mariners have ever had. And I'm hoping that if Cal can keep progressing and getting better and better, not only will he be the best catcher in Seattle Mariner history, but if he keeps playing like this and has an amazing career, and we can end up getting to the ALCS and a couple World Series in the next 15 years, Cal Raleigh is going to be a fucking Hall of Famer. And that would be great if we can get Cal and Julio in the Hall of Fame. Because obviously we got, Ken Griffey Jr., we got Randy Johnson, Edgar Martinez, Ichiro, Julio, Cal Raleigh, and then we got two awesome pitchers in Logan Gilbert and George Kirby as well. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. I love it, man. And I've already been sold on Cal Raleigh from the very start. And again, I know some people, think the Mariners are not going to be able to pay him. But again, I hope they do. Because if he isn't deserving to Mariner fans now, what else does he have to do to prove to you that he's the most clutch player on the Mariners? Not only in the seventh inning and beyond, but apparently early in games now as well. I mean, there's no other player that's going to hit home runs from the left side and the right side in the same damn game. He's got the most home runs at any catcher in baseball. He is amazing, man. Let's go. He leads all catchers in Major League Baseball, 19 home runs, and he's got 18 thrown out base runners, which is number one for both. Like I said, he is so fucking good. Amazing, man. Love seeing Cal's development. Most home runs by MLB catchers: Cal Raleigh 19, Shea Langoliers 17, Salvador Perez 16, Adley Rutschman 16, Will Smith on the Dodgers 15. But apparently he's not good enough to be an all-star. Okay. Little dribbler, throw to second for the force out, got him. But the damage is done. 4-2 Mariners. Fuck yeah. And if we're being honest, I know Julio, with the popularity and, rookie of the year, but again, Cal Raleigh deserves big money like Julio. And again, we're only going to have so much money to be able to spend, but I don't think I've ever seen a player more deserving than Cal Raleigh on the Seattle Mariners, maybe ever. Like, we already know Griffey is Griffey. We already know, Randy Johnson is Randy Johnson. Edgar is Edgar at the DH. Ichiro is Ichiro, not including those guys, right? But we're talking about the current roster, within the last few years. He's been putting up better stats than Julio Rodriguez this year, and I like what I'm seeing. And again, it's going to be a team effort, but we're going to need both guys, Julio and Cal. If Cal ends up going to another team, we're never going to make a World Series without him. Harry Ford can come up. He's not going to be as good as Cal Raleigh. He doesn't have the size, the leadership, or the same type of skill set as a Cal Raleigh. So I hope that they're smart enough to realize that this is like a Hall of Fame catcher. Like, you got yourself a Pudge Rodriguez. Do you really want to get Pudge Rodriguez to walk away and then have the Yankees pay him $300 million and then he goes there and then he wins World Series with Aaron Judge? Is that really what you want? Because Boras is his agent. He's going to be able to get a lot of money, but maybe Cal will take less money to stay with the Mariners, but I hope that they can figure it out, because I will be so disappointed and so butthurt and sad if Cal is not a Mariner for life. Nice job, Cal. You are the fucking man. Let's go. Big dumper, baby. He's amazing. And again, the saddest shit of it all is that about a week and a half ago in the All-Star voting, the fans were so disrespectful. They had him 10th in voting, not overall out of all catchers, 10th in the American League. So it shows you that Major League Baseball fans outside of the Pacific Northwest have no idea that Cal Raleigh is good. They don't have any idea. All they know is that the Mariners have a good pitching staff, and Julio, prior to the last few days, has been sucking. That's all that other fans know. Oh, Julio sucks now, and you guys have a good pitching staff, and that's all they know. But if they actually did the research and watched the games, they would realize that Cal's been the best catcher right now in baseball. Facts. And the hottest catcher right now as well, offensively and defensively. Let's go. Bottom of the third. 4-2 Mariners. Cal, baby. And again, like I mentioned, yesterday, I don't buy autograph rookie cards of players not named Julio unless I believe. And I was bought in and sold on Cal in his rookie year in 2022. Little dribbler. There we go. One away. Calhoun grounded out. He hit a home run in the first. Thank God he didn't hit another one. But again, for any doubters, all you have to do is look at the stat line. Most home runs at any catcher. He's the best defensive catcher with throwing guys out from first to second. What else do you need to know? He's the best clutch hitter. He can hit home runs from the left side and the right side. He's got leadership. He's selfless. He's a good dude. He works hard. What else do you need to prove that Cal is the guy? And I think that if he keeps continuing like this, he might end up getting to a point where he's more popular than Julio Rodriguez, believe it or not. I mean, Julio is always going to be a big name, but if Julio can't get back and replicate his stats, from his rookie year and last year, and he kind of plays like he's playing right now, where he's, getting better, but he's not like the best player on the team, there's going to be a lot of people buying Cal Raleigh jerseys sooner than later. Throw to first, Brandon Drury up next. Woo! Let's go. Nice job by J.P. Crawford. I like that. Willie Calhoun. Not today. Logan O'Hoppe with a little dribbler. Not today. Next up, 1 for 1, second baseman Brandon Drury. Let's go. Home run by Julio. Home run by Cal. Woo! Pitch right down the middle for a strike. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Let's go. See where we're at. Did we hit 20 likes yet? We just broke the 1 hour mark. We got 50 people in the building. 30 on YouTube, 20 on Twitter/X, and we're at 22. Thank you. We got let's see, we're at 23 now. 7 more to hit 30. Let's go. 23 likes. Nice job. Good support from the NWSF fan base. Appreciate you guys. Bottom of the third, 4-2 Mariners. But I think that, if fans knew Cal's stats, they wouldn't disrespect him. It's like one thing, people are like, oh, he got 10th in voting overall out of all catchers, but 10th in the American League? I mean, how disrespectful do you have to be? It should be Adley Rutschman, Salvador Perez, Cal Raleigh, and maybe not in that order. But again, Adley Rutschman is the most popular catcher in baseball, so I get it. There's hype there. Pacific Northwest, born and bred, went to Oregon State for the Beavers, so I'm very familiar with them. Salvador Perez is batting over 300 and has been an OG since the Royals went to back-to-back World Series, lost and won. And he's a solid OG old player, but Cal, more deserving. Nice punch out. There we go. Yes, sir. End of the third inning, 4-2 Mariners. There we go, Brian Wu. You're not going to get too many Ks, it looks like, today, but nice job. Let's go. Brian Wu, 3 innings pitched. Let's take a look at the stat line here. 3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and his very first K right there. He's already at 47 pitches. And let's take a quick peek at Tyler Anderson as well. Tyler Anderson, the former Oregon Duck. 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 0 walks, and only 1 K for the All-Star. Wow. I'm very impressed. And normally Anderson's going to do much better than that. He did good on the Dodgers. He did good on the Ducks. And now he's an All-Star for the Angels, even though he's got an 8-8 record. Doesn't really get a whole lot of help with the run support like the Mariners batters as well, on the pitching side, on that side. But 2.81 ERA, but I'll take that. But people maybe thought, oh, maybe we're going to get a pitching duel, but it's been all big bats here today. End of the third, 4-2 Mariners. I love it, man. 2-run blast by Julio, 2-run blast by Cal. Is this heaven? I guess it is. Let's see who's up next for the Mariners. Before the game started and how I'm feeling right now. Let's go. Next up for the Mariners, second baseman, 0 for 1, Jorge Polanco. Batting second, left fielder, Victor Robles. And batting third, right fielder, Mitch Haniga. Let's go, Mariners. And of course, you put Cal on the thumb, he's going to come up big, and I'm so happy he did. And he might not be done. He might end up hitting another home run later tonight. Top of the fourth, 4-2 Mariners. That's my boy. Next up in the box, second baseman Jorge Polanco. Oh, 2. There goes Polo. Strikeout swinging. All right, Polo, 0 for 2. You've already had 3 good games in a row. Hopefully you'll get at least 1 hit at some point in the matchup, maybe after Anderson goes out. Next up for the Mariners, left fielder Victor Robles. Robles pops that one up foul. 0-1 count. 0 for 2 for Polo so far. But again, he had 3 good games in a row, with pretty much 2 hits in 3 games and a bunch of RBIs and whatnot. He hasn't homered, but he's been an impact player for the Mariners, either being the second or third best player in that particular game. So, if he ends up being behind Julio and Cal as the, third best hitter for that particular game, that's going to help us win. So. Robles, that one a little flare to left field, foul. Let's go, baby. A few more likes to get to 30. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. 7 more likes to 30. Let's get to 100 in donos. 1-2 pitch from Anderson to Robles. A little dribbler. Throw to first. Routine play. 2 away. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder Mitch Haniger. Cal is, more deserving than Julio for the money. Julio is up and coming, obviously prospect that we feel that could be a perennial all-star and maybe a Hall of Fame player. But it would be really ironic if Cal ends up being the best player on the team overall. Julio will always be like the most popular, because he's very likable. He always plays with a smile on his face. He can steal bases and rob home runs. He does a little bit of everything. But again, this season, Cal Raleigh is much better than Julio. And we need both of those players to play at an all-star level if we want to be able to go far. Not only in 2024, but beyond. It's like one guy's Jordan, the other guy is like Pippen. You're going to need both. You're not going to be able to get rid of one of the guys and think that the team is going to be just as good. And obviously, as most people know, if you play baseball or follow it closely, being a catcher and being a good quality catcher, hitting and defending is one of the hardest things to do in baseball overall. And a lot of people would say being a catcher might be the hardest position to play overall, at any position. Being a quality pitcher is tough. But being a catcher and everything that comes along with, leadership, being able to save those wild baseballs from all of the, wild pitches coming at them, being able to keep up the confidence of all the pitchers so they don't lose their swagger or their aura. A guy that can actually hit home runs on both sides of the plate and throw guys out, when they're trying to steal the second. I mean, this is the most well-rounded catcher we've seen in quite some time, and Cal is just getting started in his 3rd year. We've had, Pudge Rodriguez, Mike Piazza, Buster Posey, and now we got Adley Rutschman, right? Salvador Perez, Cal Raleigh. Who knows? Maybe Cal Raleigh will end up being the best catcher in this generation, even better than Adley Rutschman when it's all said and done. It's possible. Chopper to third, throw to first. Easy inning there for the Los Angeles Angels. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th, 4 to Seattle. Lucas in the building. How are you? Hello from Brazil. What's good, brother? Next up for the Angels here in the bottom of the fourth, 1-for-1 center fielder Mickey Moniak. Batting second this inning, 1-for-1 in the 8-hole, shortstop Zach Neto. And batting third, 0-for-0 with a walk, base on ball, right fielder Joe Adell. Let's go Mariners. We'll see who the first person will be to get us off the schneid so we can start to get on a little bit of a dono train at some point in this matchup. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you got a Twitter/X, do your boy a solid and like and retweet the live stream. It'll help us get more people here in the room. It'd be greatly appreciated. And shout out to Odin, Sarah, and Matt for helping out on that end. And shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X. And we're just a few likes behind of 30. And we want to get 30 to 50 on every single stream. We're at 23. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. Looks like there's 4 people that are in the room that haven't done it. And we just got 1 more. We're at 24. We need 6 more to get to 30. And there's 3 people watching. I'm not sure if they're international watchers or not, but hopefully we can get those people to smash the like button as well. And that'll get us closer to 30. Now in the box for the Angels, center fielder Mickey Moniak. We got Brian Wu on the mound, struggling today, but again, even though he's struggling, you got Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez that said, don't worry about it. You know, I got you. Wow. Moniak going for a stand-up double. Man, Wu is really getting roughed up here today. But at least they're not putting up, big home runs and RBIs. I mean, at this point, we could be down 8-4 or 9-4 or 10-4. Definitely, Wu is not 100% yet. But at least we're not losing. At least not yet. Nice job by Mickey. Next up for the Angels, shortstop Zach Neto. 1-for-1, trying to go 2-for-2. Thank you, DX. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Especially after we're already about an hour in. The longer we go without that first one, it's hard to be able to hit the goal and to get other people to participate. So thank you so much for your generosity and support of the channel. You are a GOAT. I appreciate you very much. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. Throw to first. 1 away. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for photos. You want Eric Jones and Martin Truex Jr., or do you want something else? You let me know in the chat, and I got you. We're at 20, 80 to go. And, when I grind as hard as I do, doing this full time, every dollar counts. I got a lot of bills that need to be paid, so thank you so much, man. And I got a pup I have to take care of as well, so. I mean, even my pup's dog food is like $83. So, I mean, it's spendy. Bottom of the fourth with a runner at third. Brian Wu, first pitch inside to Joe Adell. Awesome, let's do that. And I'll get them queued up here once we end up going to commercial or in between here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Joe Adell in the box. Pitch is outside. 2-0 count to Joe Adell. That one's on the corner for a strike. 1-2 count. Pitch is outside. 2-2 count. 2-2 pitch. And there's an RBI by Joe Adell. 4-3 Seattle. Man, Brian Wu looking like shit today. All right, Joe, I see you. Next up for the Angels, third baseman, 1 for 2 with a stand-up double in the first and a run, Anthony Rendon. And this one might be a slobber knocker. It's looking like it's definitely going back and forth. A little bit more entertaining, than the 11-0 game. I mean, of course, us Mariner fans loved a blowout of 11-0, but we're definitely going to have to earn it today. But Brian Wu definitely still looks hurt. And if he's not hurt, it's going to take maybe a couple starts to get back to what we saw earlier in the year out of Brian Wu. He's been kind of injury prone. And this Brian Wu that we're seeing here tonight reminds me of the Brian Wu in his rookie year, where he was giving up 5, 6, 7, 8 runs almost every start and giving up multiple home runs and RBIs. Hopefully he can figure it out, but at least that we got a 2-run blast by Julio in the first, a 2-run blast by Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, to give us this 1-run lead. Reflect in the building. What's good? How are you? So I sent you that post. So Andres Munoz, you probably have already read, ended up making the All-Star game because Logan Gilbert is pitching on Sunday, and they think it's not enough rest. So Logan Gilbert will get to go to the All-Star game but not participate. So it's kind of a double-edged sword where I'm pissed that Logan doesn't get to pitch for like 10 or 15 pitches at some point in the game, but also I'm excited that Munoz gets to make it. I just wish that he got added, not because of Gilbert. They need to have both of those guys at the All-Star game, and the way Cal's playing, hell, it kind of looks like we should have 3 All-Stars on the team this year. Cal is more deserving than Salvador Perez, but it is what it is. Cal's got the most home runs. He's got the most runners thrown out, 19 homers for the year, 18 guys thrown out. Even though he was like 10th in voting in the American League, it shows you how many haters and how many uneducated baseball fans are outside of Seattle, not giving the proper love to big dumper Cal Raleigh, but it is what it is. Lucas with a 5er. Is it Brazilian dono? 5. Yes, was $1. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. $1 holla from Lucas. Let me know what you want to do for a photo, Lucas, of your favorite player. It could be anything. It could be baseball. It could be basketball, football, hockey, soccer, wrestling. If you got a particular favorite athlete that you want to see a photo of, let me know, and I got you. That's my very first Brazilian dono. And the first dono from him as well. Appreciate you, Lucas. That one chop foul. And Kevin, bro, you got to be like, I'm just not trying to be a hater here, but you got to be like literally the most negative Mariner fan that comes in here. You never say hello right away. It's always a fucking negative comment when you come in here. Try being positive, brother. We're up 4-3. Every single fucking day you got a negative comment and another negative comment. Like lighten it up a little bit, brother. You can say hello to everyone first and then maybe say something positive. And then if you want to rant about some shit, you can go in there. But this is like the 5th fucking straight day where all you do is you come in here and you bitch and moan. And in most cases, I would boot you because I don't need to see all this bullshit and this negativity every fucking day from you. So you have a choice to either stop being so goddamn fucking negative or you can go watch a fucking stream somewhere else. And I'm just being real about it because, I let it slide for the least a few days, but every fucking day you do it, bro. And I'm getting a little sick of it, okay? So if you got something positive to say, that's cool. If you got negative, you can do that on another channel or just don't say it at all. Yeah, I don't think this channel is for you, bro. This ain't for you. I'm done with you, Kevin. Again, I don't need to have people just be negative and negative and negative and negative and negative and negative. I'm done with that shit, man. You can go watch baseball somewhere else, brother. 3-1 pitch. And that's how that's done. I mean, like fucking A, dude. Like, you know, it's like we're first place. I mean, you're dropping all this negativity like we're the worst team in baseball. You know? Ridiculous. 3-2 pitch. Oh. Adele is running home. Get him. And no tag attempt. And we're tied up at 4-4. Next up for the Angels, 0 for 2, left fielder Taylor Ward. There goes Brian Wu. But again, I mean, the shit, they could have pulled him a lot earlier. I mean, he gave up so many hits, 9 hits given up. The game is tied. At least we have, you know, a good 2-run blast by Julio and Cal. Because in most cases, when we put up 11 or we put up a big game, the next game after, you know, sometimes we'll put up like a run or none. So, you know, things are definitely getting better for the Mariners, but we have an actual game here today. Big facts. All right, let me see if I can get some photos prepped in here. Good old Martin Truex Jr. Get you a few of those. Appreciate you, bro. I'll get some Eric Jones up here for you as well. Trent Thornton in the game. Pitch on the corner for a strike. Behind in the count, 0-2. Taylor Ward in the box. Yeah, it's not like they're going to get rid of Brian Wu. You know, he's coming off an injury. He's obviously not this bad normally, so he might not be 100%. But I still normally would want Wu over like an Emerson Hancock. I got to be able to see a few more starts out of Wu, and then if he ends up playing like this, then if you want to end up going with Hancock over Wu, we can see what Hancock has to bring. Unless we end up getting a pitcher at the trade deadline that can add to the starting rotation. But, when you come back from your first game coming off an injury, and, Wu has been very injury prone, in his last few years, Sometimes it's going to take a couple starts to, feel good. And we don't even really know if he's actually 100%. He might actually have been out there today at like 75, and not really having the velocity and the location, because that's what it kind of looked like to me. He wasn't really like wincing out there, but he didn't look like himself, right? So, especially being the best pitcher for the Mariners other than Logan Gilbert for a good chunk of the year. So, or it could have just been an off game, and sometimes that happens as well, right? All of us have bad days sometimes, right? And sometimes it might just be a bad day and just a good hitting day for the Angels. I mean, they did get their ass kicked 11-0 yesterday, so they're definitely looking for revenge, right? They got their City Connects on. They're definitely wanting to win today. And they got Tyler Anderson, that all-star on the mound, the former Duck and Dodger. Next up, DHing for the Angels, Willie Calhoun, who ended up hitting a 2-run blast early in the game as well. And I'm looking on here on the Seattle Sounders, and you put JP. I need a little bit more information than just that. Like, can I get a first name and a last name? Obviously, if it's like JP for the Mariners, I know who you're talking about JP Crawford. But if you're throwing out initials, or if that's someone's first name, I don't watch the Seattle Sounders on a regular basis, so. Unless it's Joao Paulo, if that's who you're talking about, but I'm not really sure if that's who you're speaking of. So if you can give me a first name and a last name, that way I can get the proper photo out to you other than just JP, because I'm not really sure who you're talking about unless that was the guy. I'm looking on there, when I type in JP Seattle Sounders, that's really the only one that comes up, but I'm not sure if that's the one that you want. I know they got a Jordan Morris, it looks like, and they got a Joao Paulo. I imagine that's who you're speaking of. I imagine this is who it is, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I was right. Okay. Now, if I watched the Sounders on a regular basis, I would have known that right out of the gates. But I don't really watch the Timbers and the Sounders that much. But I appreciate you. Thank you for the clarification, because that's really the only name that popped up for me once I put that information in. So the more information I can have, the better, so I can cater to you guys. So I can get you an action shot too. Brazil in the building. Appreciate you. And I still got the Eric Jones that I'm doing right now for you. Next up for the Mariners, it's Demo Dylan Moore. We obviously got a couple Truexes here, and then I'll get some Eric Jones for you in just a second. I mean, every once in a while we will get people that'll talk about the Timbers or the Sounders, but it's not often. Every once in a while, so. Well, especially for you, Lucas in Brazil. There goes Demo, one away with the strikeout. Nice strikeout there by Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Soccer first love, baseball second love. Nice. Who's your favorite baseball team? Is it Seattle Mariners, or do you have another team that you like? Next up for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. 1 for 2 with a run. Let's go, J.P. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. Let's go. We're knotted up at 4. So if you're just tuning in, Flying Monk, top of the first, Julio homered to right center, 378 feet. Garver scored 2-0 Mariners. It barely went over the wall. Then Willie Calhoun in the bottom of the first also homered with Rendon on base and ended up being 2-2. Right, then Cal Raleigh in the top of the third homered again with a 2-run blast with JP on board, 4-2 Mariners. And then in the bottom of the fourth, Joe Adele singled to right, Mickey Moniak scored 4-3, and then Chanel singled to right, Adele scored, Rendon to second, and now we have a 4-4 game. Lots of home runs today. But JP, obviously, we'll see what he can do, but right there, flied out to the shortstop. But Julio Rodriguez home run and a Cal Raleigh home run. So not something that you typically see after we score 11 and we win 11-0. But nice to be able to see that the bats are starting to heat up for the Mariners. Next up for the Mariners, Mitch Garver. Let's go, Miach. We're going to have to earn this one. And again, we got George Kirby on the mound tomorrow, Logan Gilbert on Sunday. So if we win today, we are going to have a good chance to possibly win 3 out of 4, or if we're really lucky, maybe sweep. Popped up. And that is the end of the top of the 5th. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. We're knotted up at 4-4. Minnesota United. Okay, DX. I always like to get to know what you guys like, what you guys love, what you guys like and don't like. Next up for the Angels, 1 for 2, catcher Logan Ohapi. Batting second, 1 for 2 with a K, second baseman Brandon Drury. And batting third, 2 for 2 with a run, center fielder Mickey Moniak. Cue up some Eric Jones here for you between the commercial breaks. But do some old school and some new school, mixing a little bit of everything. First pitch is outside to Logan Ohapi, 1-0 count. Appreciate you. Fouled back behind the plate. 1-1 count. Let's go, Cal. Odin in the building. What's good? No worries. Seattle and All-American Sports. Nice, Lucas. Nice. I do Kraken streams and I do Mariners streams. And when the Seahawks are on, I'm not a Seahawks fan myself, but I will do Seahawks games if they're on, Monday night, Thursday night, or Sunday night. But I might do, a little bit more of the Seahawks, depending on what time they're on and, what I got going on. So awesome. Pacific Northwest fan. Awesome, Lucas. Chopper towards third, foul. One-two pitch. Ohapi pops up. Julio is there. No fly zone. One away. Next up, second baseman Brandon Drury. Well, I live in Oregon, so I don't live in Washington. I met King Griffey Jr. when I was a kid, so obviously the attachment to the Mariners is very easy for me. Kraken as well, and obviously in Oregon, Blazers, and then Ducks. But back when I was a kid, I really liked watching the San Francisco 49ers with like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and, Roger Craig and, all the pieces they had and Steve Young and Dion. But I didn't want to be a bandwagon fan with the Niners, and I'm a defensive-oriented fan. Nice little blooper there by Brandon Drury, going for two. Got him! Nice. You should have stayed at first base instead of challenging us out there with that throw. Nice throw by Haniger to get him out at second, but I'm a defensive fan, 80-27, so I like, linebackers and safeties. I like O-line, D-line, defense, coaching, play calling, and I like defense. So, it's not like I don't like quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. I do, but I just like defense more. And the Seahawks didn't have defense back then. The Niners didn't have defense back then. So, again, I could have been a bandwagon Niner fan, but I was like, they won 4 championships, 4 Lombardis in the 80s with Joe Montana, and they got 1 in 94 with Steve Young. Right. And at that point, I was 12 and I just didn't feel right, hopping on the Niner bandwagon. And I was, contemplating with the Seahawks, but they just didn't really have anyone I connected with. Then I waited one more year. And then in 95, the Tampa Bay Bucks drafted Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks. John Lynch was already there. Then they ended up getting Rondé Barber a little bit later and Mike Allstott. And those are like guys that I can relate to. Hard-hitting, depleting, tough football players that were entertaining. And then at that point, I decided that I was going to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan in 95 when I was 13. And that was the, probably the last team that I decided that would be my own besides the Kraken, who have just existed for a couple years. So pretty much all the teams I root for here are all Pacific Northwest teams, except for the Tampa Bay Bucks. So just because of the defensive side. Pitch is low and into the dirt. 2-2 count. Zay with a tenor. Oh, I'm definitely a football fan. I started this channel based off the NFL and college football. So, but again, you're new to the channel and you probably don't know me, so that's why you asked that question. So, but if you look at all the different videos, we're approaching 4 million views on the channel. I've put out more than 2,200 live streams and actual uploads just since 2017. A big chunk of those are football. I'll do reaction videos to college football games as well as NFL, and I do live streams for Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night, and sometimes I'll even do 2-3 games, in a day, depending on what it is. So, but if you go through my library, you'll be able to see all the shit that I've done. So. Zay with a tenor. Appreciate you, Zay. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. $10 holla. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for photos, and I got you. But again, if the Niners, have more than just Dion in 94, and if Dion would have came back in 95, and then they won the Super Bowl again, maybe I would have been a Niner fan. I'm not too sure, but I just had a better connection with John Lynch, Rondé Barber, Mike Allstott, Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks. Derek Brooks is my guy, so I'm a linebacker guy, safety guy, and again, the Seahawks and the Niners just didn't really have defense back then. So I just didn't really feel that I could support a team that I didn't connect with. So that's that story. Let's see who's up next here for the Seattle Mariners. Let's go to the top of the 6th. Quality matchup here. We're knotted up at 4. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs with a 2-run blast. Big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's see if he can homer again. I don't know if he'll be able to homer from both sides of the plate, which he has done 2 of the last 3 games, but maybe he'll hit 2 from the same side. I don't know, but we'll wait and see. One thing is for damn sure, Cal Raleigh has been electric. Batting second this inning, center fielder with a 2-run blast, Julio Rodriguez. Tried ends up, baby. Let's go. Let's continue this hot streak. And batting third this inning, first baseman, Ty France. Let's go, Cal. Catchers with 15-plus home runs and 5 stolen bags, MLB all-time. Carlton Fisk, 3 times, Johnny Bench. And obviously, if you're looking at those numbers, all those players are Hall of Famers, besides Cal. MVP, Cal Raleigh. MVP for the Mariners. Appreciate you, Zay. Yeah. And even though I'm a big Duck fan, my favorite player in college football last year was Michael Penix Jr. So I'm not a hater. Most people would be like Bo Nix, but again, I'm going to have an attachment, to certain players based on how they play. I'm not going to just be like, well, they're on my favorite team, so I'm going to, talk about them and they're the best and fuck everybody else. It's like I'm going to make sure that if greatness is there, even if it's against a rival like the Huskies, I'm going to make sure that we're going to, talk about everyone fairly. And if someone has greatness written all over them, I'm not going to be a hater and just talk shit about them. So, but Michael Penix Jr. was my favorite player in college football last year. And I'm a Duck fan. And I've been watching the Ducks since I was like 5, 6 years old. So obviously, I loved Bo Nix. It's not like I thought Bo Nix was trash. Bo Nix was awesome as well. But I just, I have a thing for lefties in sports. Whether it be basketball, baseball, football, hockey, I just like the smoothness of lefties. And with all that love for lefties that I have, now we got our own on the Ducks with Dylan Gabriel transferring over from Oklahoma to the Oregon Ducks. And I can't wait to see what we end up doing. Pitch is outside. 1-0 count to Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, but I've been grinding for 12 years, but this is my 8th year on YouTube. But I am I'm kind of known as, being the Seattle Mariner YouTuber. I'm the one that does the most content, than anybody else for live streams. I'll do probably 150 out of 162 games plus playoffs, so maybe even more than that. Lucas with another dono. Appreciate you. Hopefully one day you can make it here to the United States and you can end up going to a game. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack, bang, bang. Another $1 holla from Lucas. So even though it says 5 on the screen, but based on what Lucas said, that actually translates to what, $1? Based off the currency they have there in Brazil. Is that correct, Lucas? So your 2 donos so far have been for $1 and $1, not $5 and $5, and like based off the U.S. dollar, correct? Even though it said 5 and 5, it's actually 1 and 1 based off your currency. Big swing and a miss. There goes down J-Rod. Julio Rodriguez. 2 away. Next up, first baseman, Ty France. Appreciate you, man. Stacks on stacks, Rex on Rex. Little cactus check, bang, bang. Zay with a tenner. Lucas with $1. There we go, Ty. All the way back to the wall. Run, run, run. Stand up double for Ty France. Let's go. Nice job. Next up, 0 for 2, second baseman, Jorge Polanco. He got booed. He's had 3 quality games back to back to back. Doesn't have a hit yet, but he has got a good opportunity here to get at least 1 or 2 hits before this game is over. Let's go, Polo. And I don't know, is this what you want to see for a photo, or are you just commenting this? Yeah, but I'll do Ducks games and I'll do Mariner games. I think most people will know me for doing Ducks and doing Mariners, but then also all of the NFL, Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night, doesn't matter who's playing. And then, if there's other good matchups in college football, I'll do that as well. And then do Kraken. People will know me for that. And then I used to do NASCAR. I'm not opposed to that either. Polo. Wow, what a catch. Unbelievable catch in right field by the Angels. That would have been a nice RBI there for Polo. He got robbed. Say it ain't so, Joe Adele. Okay, I got you. So both of the donos, Matt, are $1 and $1, not $5 and $5. I don't know if that, based on your total, adding it up. So we just want to make sure we know where we're at on there. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. We're knotted up here at 4. Colin Snyder coming in. I don't know if I like that. Hopefully he does well. Appreciate you. I might squeeze in one more here for you. Neto fouled that one off. 0-1 count. Appreciate you. Next up in the box, Zach Neto. 0-1 pitch from Snyder to Neto in the zone for a strike. Behind in the count 0-2. Little, did he get him? There we go. Got him at first. Oh, Big Christmas. Nice. We're at 32. 68 to go. All right, once I get to another commercial break here, I'll be able to get that for you. Squeeze one more in here for you. Pitch inside, 1-2 count. One-two pitch to Adele. Got him. There we go. Joe Adele, sit down. 2 away. Nice job, Snyder. Next up, third baseman Anthony Rendon. Bottom of the 6th, 4-4 Mariners and Angels. Colin Snyder on the mound. Anthony Rendon in the box. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. 2-2 count. Pitch on the corner. Wow. That was a foot off the plate. Rendon can't even believe it. There goes Anthony Rendon. Let's go to the end of the 6th, top of the 7th. We're knotted up 4-4. See what I can find here for our Brazilian brother. A little WBC action there too. Appreciate you. Next up for the Mariners here in the top of the 7th, left fielder Victor Robles. Batting second, right fielder Mitch Haniger. And batting third baseman Demo Dylan Moore. Go Mariners, we're going to have to earn this one today. Oh, they're bringing in Luke Raleigh for Victor Robles. I like that. Let's go Luke. Luke Raleigh. Raleigh for Robles. So we might end up getting a few individuals getting a chance here. See if Haniger and Demo actually end up getting a chance to hit or not. First pitch to Luke Raleigh is inside. 1-0 count. One 0 pitch. Chop towards first base, foul. 2-0 count. Oh, wow. 1-1 count. You gotta be kidding me. One pitch. Pitch is outside. 2-1 count. Come on, Luke. One pitch in the zone for a strike. 1-0-2, but called ball. Wow. Unbelievable. Ball 4 to Luke Raleigh. Let's go, Luke. We'll take that. Did it hit him or not? Wow, hit by pitch. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder, Mitch Haniger. Pitch is inside, 1-1 count. Come on, Hanny. Dig deep, try to win this game. Come on, Mitch. I know Luke's been getting hit a lot, Captain. Popped up. Hollywood Rojas coming in. Oh, nice, Lucas. Got to represent, right? Brazil in the building. Next up for the Mariners, Hollywood Josh Rojas filling in for Demo. Come on, Hollywood. Let's get back on track. 250 average, 4 homers, 16 ribbies in 2024. But he was batting 300 to 350 in the 9-hole, at the beginning of the year, and has kind of faded as of late. But hopefully he can get back on track. That one towards first base and foul behind in the count 0-2. Yeah, umps have been shitty in the last 2 games. But I guess, you could probably say the umps are shitty every game, no matter what game you're watching. Let's go, baby. 0-2 pitch. Rojas is battling. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Take a quick peek to see where we're at on the likes there. Where are we at? We're at 28. We need 2 more to get to 30. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. 1 more to get to 30. We're at 29. We want to hit 30 to 50. Wow, 104 miles an hour from Joyce. My God. Who does he think he is? Skeens? (0-2) pitch from Joyce to Rojas. Got him. Check swing, and there he went. Damn. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 3 and a run. Shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Let's go, baby. Pistol fingers up. Let's go. We need some electricity. Someone needs to start a little rally. Come on, JP. You can do it, baby. get to 30 likes, and then hopefully we can get closer to 40 or 50. Big swing and a miss. Hopefully he doesn't, throw out his arm anytime in the near future. Skeens. And being able to start the All-Star game as a rookie, I mean, this is like a LeBron James of baseball. Pretty cool to see. A lot of times with pitchers, you get a lot of hype, but they don't live up to it, like Steven Strasburg. But Skeens, if he can stay healthy, he might end up being a guy that will be a first ballot Hall of Famer, maybe down the road. We don't know yet, but based on how he's played so far, he's been fucking incredible. It's good for baseball. 1-1 pitch. Wow. Oh, Hoppy. What was Luke Raleigh thinking right there? Cal can definitely throw guys out at second. Oh, Hoppy with an amazing throw. Luke Raleigh trying to slide and miss the tag, but wasn't even close. Didn't even get a chance to tag the base. Man, Luke, what are you thinking, bud? I mean, I know we want to be aggressive, but you got to pick and choose your moments, and Hoppy threw you out by a mile. That sucked. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning. We're still knotted up at 4. Oh, my God, that was a wasted opportunity there. We're at 32, 68 to go. Next up for the Angels, 1 for 2 with an RBI, Nolan Chanel. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a K, left fielder Taylor Ward. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs, DHing for the Angels, Willie Calhoun. Hopefully Luke Raleigh will learn when to jump and when to steal, but that was not even close. That might have been the worst attempt I've seen all year. That was pretty bad. But it's 4-4. I mean, we're right in it. And again, normally when we end up having an explosion of hits and runs, we normally don't do a whole lot the next game after. So we have to be very blessed that we got a 2-run blast by Julio in the first and a 2-run blast by Cal in the third for us to be at 4-4. But who's going to come up big late in the matchup to help us win this matchup? We'll have to wait and see. Let's go. $68 to go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Try to get to 40 likes before the stream ends. Oh, we got Santos coming in. Come on, Santos. And we definitely needed bullpen pitching, so nice to see Santos out there. Four-pitch walk. Jesus Christ, Santos. We're trying to win the game. No, we're not trying to walk every batter. What the hell was that? We might need the Mariner Moose to come out. We need a rally. Fuck. Come on, baby. Not what we wanted. I mean, we want good bullpen pitching, and that four straight balls. Come on, Santos. I know you can pitch 100 miles an hour, but you got to have some location. Cal Raleigh's got to calm him down. Be like, bro, I know you can throw 100 to 104, but you need to calm down and get some location. Otherwise, we're going to end up blowing this game. Wow, 104.5, fastest pitch in baseball this season by Ben Joyce just a couple minutes ago. Crazy. Next up, left fielder Taylor Ward with a 1-0 count. 5 straight balls from Gregory Santos. Wake the fuck up, Santos. We need that Moose magic. There we go, right down the middle. Nice mound visit from Cal Raleigh worked. 1-1 count. Well, we can't just have like 8-9 straight balls. Bottom of the 7th, 4-4 Mariners and Angels, 1-1 pitch. There we go, 99, right down in the strike zone. And that's why Cal is so valuable. And I get it, Reflect, we had the, talk about trying to get the other pitchers and Harry Ford possibly coming up, but we don't really know if Harry Ford is going to be on the team this year, next year, or the following year. We'll find out. And obviously, Boras is going to try to get as much money for Cal. But, it's like, I feel like it's kind of like a Jordan Pippen situation. If you don't end up having Cal Raleigh, I don't think this team is going to be able to go as far as we could with him. And I don't think Harry Ford is going to turn into Cal Raleigh. I don't think he'll be even close to what Cal is as a player and as a leader. So, I hope he ends up being a good player and we can move him around. And I know it'll cost a lot of money and we might have to sacrifice some of the other players, but I would rather have Cal Raleigh on the roster and have to sacrifice some of the other guys. Like that, that means Woo's got to go or some other guys got to go, so be it. But to me, based on what Cal does at the plate, switch hitter, leadership, and defense, you're not going to, Cal's got an opportunity to be a top 2, top 3 catcher overall. Right there with Adley Rushman, and maybe even better than Adley if he can keep progressing. And I don't think Harry is going to turn into Cal Raleigh. And if we let Cal walk, we're not going to make a World Series without him, in my opinion. I don't think we're going to be that good without him. So I think there's a lot of other intangibles, and I get it. He's probably going to get $200 million, $300 million, and I know the Mariners are very cheap and they usually don't spend a whole lot of money. They did give, Julio the big money, but I would rather have Cal Raleigh in a Seattle Mariner uniform. And even if that means that we have to, let some of the other guys go, I would rather do that than see Cal go to like the Yankees or some other team and then watch Cal win a World Series somewhere else. So, but I understand what you're saying, but I think that Cal, based on his progression and everything that he does, Cal could end up being obviously not only better than Dan Wilson and being the best Seattle Mariner catcher of all time, but if Cal can keep playing and getting better and better and better, Cal might end up being, the best player on the Mariners. Like I said, Julio will always be the most popular, but based on all the things that Cal does, I don't think you're going to be able to replace that. Unless Adley Rushman gets traded to the Mariners, which I don't see happening, but if we don't get Adley Rushman, that's the only other player at catcher that I would want that's in the league right now. There's no other player that I would want rather than Cal at catcher. So, and Adley Rushman ain't going anywhere from Baltimore. So I hope that they're smart enough to, even if it means overpaying for Cal. But again, as you know and I know, the Mariners are fucking cheap, right? And they normally don't pay a whole lot of money, but I really don't think that the Mariners would win a World Series, or I don't even know if we'd be able to go to an ALCS without Cal Raleigh. I feel that, being the everyday catcher and seeing his progression and everything that he does, homers, RBIs, clutch hitting, leadership, making sure that the pitchers don't lose their swagger and their aura. Harry Ford is not going to be as good as Cal Raleigh. I would be really shocked if that ended up being the case. And again, it's still early in Cal Raleigh's career, but we'll see what happens. And hopefully, Cal will be a Mariner for life, but I know that'll be a tough task, based off his agent and the money, but maybe Cal would take less money and stay with the Mariners. Most people are going to get the most that they can, but if he loves playing in Seattle, maybe it won't be just the money. Maybe playing in Seattle with Julio and Kirby and all these guys, maybe that'll mean something to him. And maybe that'll mean he'll take like 20 or 30 million less than going somewhere like the Yankees, which they have an unlimited budget over there, so we'll see where it goes. But I honestly feel if Cal Raleigh leaves the Mariners, we're never going to go to a World Series. Like I said, that it's like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan isn't going to win a championship without Scottie, and Cal Raleigh is like a Scottie Pippen. He does everything really, really well. And if you end up leaving and Scottie Pippen leaves Michael Jordan, you're not winning championships. Bottom line, you're not even going to get there. So, I get it. We got Julio and we got this pitching staff, but to me, Cal Raleigh is progressing to be, a top 3, top 5 catcher. And if he keeps progressing and progressing and progressing, it might be, him and Adley Rutschman as the best catchers in baseball for the foreseeable future. And I just don't think there's going to be anyone that's on that level, based on what we've seen. So hopefully Cal will be a Mariner for life. And if not, I'll be very disappointed. All right, baby, let's go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. Let's go. But you got to think with Cal Raleigh and everything that he's done up to this point, he's done more than any player on the Mariners right now on the roster, in this very short, brief career. I mean, he's made more big plays than Julio has in clutch moments. And catcher, to me, is the hardest position in baseball. So I feel that, if you have leadership and you're a switch hitter, you can hit for power, you're a slugger. Now, of course, the batting average is a little low, and of course you could say that for every player on the Mariners. But to me, Cal is the most valuable Mariner in Seattle. I don't think there's anyone more valuable than him. And of course, I love Julio Rodriguez. I love Logan Gilbert. I love George Kirby. I love our pitching staff. But to me, Cal Raleigh is the most valuable player on the roster. And if we let him go, we're never going to go to a World Series. Unless Adley Rutschman comes to the Mariners, and I don't see that happening. And I don't think Harry Ford is going to be better than Cal Raleigh. I can almost put money on that Harry will not be better than Cal Raleigh. I would be very shocked. That's a good, I don't know. We haven't seen him in a few days. And obviously, we're still a few years away, but again, based on, production, he's produced more and earned, a long-term deal, based on what he's done. I mean, he's been the most clutch, impressive player to me. Like, I've been watching since 1985, and in the last 10, 15 years, I don't think I've seen more of a clutch player since Ichiro. And to me, Cal is more consistent and more clutch than Julio. Julio had a great rookie year, and he had the 30-30, and obviously he's struggling now. But it's a lot easier to replace an outfielder than it is a catcher. And again, I hope Julio can end up being a Hall of Famer. I hope Cal can be a Hall of Famer. And I just want them to play together in Seattle. Otherwise, who knows what's going to happen with our roster. A little dribbler towards first base. Hey, John. There you go. Fuck out of here with that. Coming in here and talking shit. What do you think's going to happen? Bitch ass. Top of the 8th, 4-4 Mariners and Angels. Some people have chat etiquette and some people don't. Next up, Mitch Garver, batting 176, 12 homers and 36 ribbies in 2024. Know your role, John. Yeah, you can go Gilbert and Kirby. I'll go Cal. Because like I said, I love Kirby and I love Gilbert. But it'll be easier to be able to get a replacement pitcher than it is a replacement catcher. I mean, how many good catchers are in baseball right now? You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. Like, Salvador Perez is old as shit, right? Adley Rutschman is up and coming. Cal's pretty good, And then, like, in the National League, who would we say are the best catchers in the National League? Are they better than Adley or Cal? No, not really. There's a few guys over there. You got Will Smith and a few others, but like I said, Kirby and Gilbert are very, very valuable. I love those guys. I mean, but my 4 favorite players on the team are Julio, Cal, Kirby, and Gilbert. But if I had to make a choice, I go opposite. I'm going Cal. And it's not just because of the home runs. It's the leadership, and it's everything that he does. from the catching position. I feel it's very, very difficult to be able to find an elite catcher in baseball nowadays. To me, it's like, if you have like a Pudge Rodriguez or like a Buster Posey, do you really want to let a guy like that go? And for me, it's a hell no. So you can always find more pitchers that are out there, but catchers, there's not very many. How many pitchers are out there that are elite? There's 20, 25, 30 different pitchers, that are pretty elite, right? Some teams have more than one. Some teams have 4 or 5. But for catchers, there's only a couple that are really considered like elite or really, really good. Like in fantasy football, when we do tight ends, right? We have to make sure we're grabbing Kelsey or Kittle or Andrews or Laporta. And if you don't have one of those guys, you're fucked, and you're not going to win fantasy football. If you end up getting one of those guys, you'll have a chance. You don't end up getting one of those top 4, you're fucked, and you're not going to be able to make it to the championship. So, big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Come on, Cal. Back-to-back splits there. Behind in the count, 0-2. Pitch. Into the dirt. Oh, Paisley's in here whining. She misses dad. Top of the 8th, 4-4 Mariners and Angels. 2 outs. 1-2 pitch from Garcia. The big dumper. Yeah, baby. There we go, Cal. There we go. Nice job, big dumper. Nice job, big dumper. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. And I like J-Rod's progression. Definitely struggled early on, but it seems like he kind of turned the page and he's starting to get on track. Trident's up. Let's go. Julio with a little blooper. There we go. I like this 1-2 punch of Julio and Cal, too. I don't want to separate those 2 guys. I want to do whatever it takes to keep these guys in Seattle for their career. Nice job, Julio. There we go. And I think keeping Julio in the cleanup spot is perfect. I think we found that's the spot for him, either batting in the 4 hole or the 5 hole. We had him in the 1 hole in his rookie year. We've seen him in the 2 and the 3 and the 6 and the 7, to punish him. But I think the 4 spot or the 5 hole is where Julio is going to end up feeling the best. And we've been getting some really good results from him being in the cleanup spot and Cal hitting right in front of him. France. And Joe Adell is there. And we leave 2 stranded. Fuck. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. We're still knotted up at 4. DX. He said, I'm back in black, baby. $2 holla. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. With a little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. All right, I gotta go get Paisley some food. She came in here whining, so usually that means she's, Daddy, I'm hungry. So I gotta go grab her some food real quick. Hold on 1 sec. Hold on, Paisley. All right, I got Paisley some food. She's feeling a little bit better. Let me know what you want to do, DX, for photo. I got you. What a competitive matchup. Much better than yesterday's 11-0 shellacking beatdown. All right, we're at 30 likes. We need 5 more to get to 35. Let's see if we can get to 35 or 40 before the game ends. If it goes to extras, we might be able to get there. And then I'll be live tomorrow, same time, same place, 6:30 Pacific. And we got George Kirby on the sound. I can't wait to see Furious George out there. And then we got Logan Gilbert at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And again, it's kind of a damn shame that Logan Gilbert is going to go to the All-Star game, but he's not going to pitch due to lack of rest. Now we got Stanek in the game. But, even though he can't play, but at least Andres Munoz gets to come in there. And obviously we got Stanek in now as well. Go Stanny. Munoz, stud. Logan Gilbert, stud. Santos, stud. Stanek, stud. Mariner Moose, the ultimate stud. Let's go. Next up in the box, Brandon Drury. Reflect with a 3-er. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack, bang, bang. $3 holla. Mariner mullet time. They got into it. Dreads for Castillo, mullet for Stanny. Let's go, Stanek. There we go, one away. There you go, Stanny. Attaboy. Next up for the Angels center fielder, Mickey Moniak. Let's go, baby. 63 to go. Bottom of the 8th, 4-4 Mariners and Angels. Stanek on the mound, Moniak in the box. Mickey is 2 for 3, trying to go 3 for 4. Big swing and a miss. Nice 4-seam fastball there by Stanny. Behind in the count, 1-2. Come on, Stanny. One-two pitch. And he got him. There we go. Hell yeah. And, having the Stanek, Santos, and Munoz, I still miss Seawald, but we got something cooking. You got 1, and then you got 2, and then you got 3. That's pretty fucking sweet. Just like when we ended up having Seawald and whatnot. And we don't even have Matt Brash. Could you imagine if Brash was healthy? How much better, things would be in the 6th and 7th inning for us? But it still gives an opportunity for others to step up, I know Pizzardo just got sent down. But hopefully Sauce will get better and we can still get better production out of some of the other guys that pitch in the 6th and the 7th. But once we end up having Brash and then having Santos, Stanek, and Munoz, that might end up being one of the best, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th inning combos in baseball. If we can get all 4 of those guys healthy, playing together in the same year. Popped up. Here we go. End of the 8th inning, baby. 4-4. I like our chances. Let's go, baby. Let me know what you want to do for photos for the 2 of you. I got you. What a game, man. When the game started, after that Julio home run, right? Then I had to take a step back. Cal's home run. But then they came back. And now we have a chance to win the game. Let's go, Mariners. See who's up for Seattle. Here we go. All right. So, again, you had 3 straight really good games. This game has been a little off. You're 0 for 3, but I thought maybe you could go 1 for 4 today. So this would be a good time to be able to get a hit and to be able to get this started right here, leading off in the inning, second baseman Jorge Polanco. Let's go. Go 1 for 4. I mean, again, you were getting, 2 for 4s and getting big RBIs, and I don't expect him to go for a home run here, but just to get a single, get on base, and maybe something special can happen. Batting second, right fielder, Luke Raleigh. And hopefully Luke Raleigh can find a little bit of rhythm as well. And batting third, right fielder, Mitch Haniger. So hopefully we get a little bit of magic. Otherwise, we're going to have to try to win 5-4 in extras in the 11th or 12th inning. So it's not necessarily the best 3 guys that are coming up right here. I mean, if I had to put money on it, chances are we're not going to, score a run this inning, and we're going to have to try to win in extras. But hopefully, they can put together a little bit of magic, and we can win here in regulation and not in extras. But this game feels like it's going to be a 10, 11, 12 inning game to me. But I don't know if that's going to be true. We'll find out. I'll take, just a regular 5-4 win in the 9th. I would actually prefer that. But it just kind of feels like a lot of the momentum that we had early has kind of evaporated. And we're really going to have to dig it out here, and hopefully we will. And maybe having that ghost runner at second will be able to help us in extras. But hopefully we can get it done. All right, no worries. Uh-oh, dog threw up. Hopefully your dog is okay. Estevez with that first pitch. Now, if we had a better trio coming up to bat, then I would, like if we were maybe at a different part of the order, like if it was Garver, Cal, Julio, then I would say, you know what, we're probably going to win here. But, or even if France was involved, Cal, Julio, France, that's the best order based off today. Or Garver, Raleigh, Julio. But since we got Polo, Raleigh, Haniger, it could happen, but to me, I don't think it will. I think we're going to have to try to win in extras. But I hope I'm wrong. I mean, the bottom line is I don't give a shit how we win. I just want us to win. But there goes Polo. And he is down, 1 away. My ESP looks like it's correct so far. 1 down. 0 for 4 day for Polo. But he had 3 good games in a row, so I'm not going to boo Polo. When you have 3 good games in a row, the boos stop. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. Next up, right fielder, Luke Raleigh. Now, Luke is a guy that could do a walk-off. But again, Luke has been a little cold as of late. So hopefully he can find a little rhythm here. Oh, he overate. Pitch is inside. 1-1 count. Almost hit him on the knee. Luke has been getting hit on the foot and the knee and the quad as of late. That one almost grazed him. 1-1 pitch from Estevez to Raleigh. Crushed that one, but that one fading foul, behind in the count 1-2. NFL players that I want to bat for the Mariners? Oh, I don't know about that. It's a different type of sport. Most football players can't even fucking throw a baseball, let alone hit a home run or even get a base hit. I mean, if anyone saw C.J. Stroud and Micah Parsons trying to throw a baseball or hit a baseball, it's comical. You think people are athletes and they can just do everything, but that's not true. Baseball players are a different breed, and a lot of football players, they can't hit a baseball, let alone throw a baseball. Big swing and a miss. This one feels like an extra inning win, and hopefully it's not for the Angels. 0-1 pitch from Estevez to Haniger. Ooh, almost hit him. 1-1 count. And my ESP isn't going to be right all the time. I mean, I'm going to be wrong, just like every other human on planet Earth, but I would be shocked if Haniger walks off here. 1-1 pitch. Pitch is high, 2-1 count. We're at 37:63 to go. 4 more likes to 35. Let's go, baby. Let's try to get to at least 35. We're at 31. Top of the ninth, 4-4, Mariners and Angels. 2 outs, 2-2 pitch from Estevez to Haniger. Broken bat. Throw to first. Safe at first. Wow, and Haniger was running slow as shit to first base, too. We'll take that. Nice job, Hanny. Next up, third baseman, Hollywood Josh Rojas. Oh, he's safe. He's safe. That bat exploded into like 4 pieces. That was crazy. Look at the replay here again. Estevez. Wow. Actually just broke into 2 pieces, but it was so loud it looked like it broke into multiple. All right, baby, let's go. Come on, Hollywood. Pitch in the zone for a strike, but called ball. 1-0 count. And these umps have been really bad the last 2 days. That one in the strike zone. 1-1 count. This ump is bad. Reflect. 1-1 pitch from Estevez to Rojas. Going for the steal. Safe at second. Wow. I don't know about that. I think we might have to do a replay. My first initial thought was he was out. So let's see if they're going to challenge it, because it looked like he was out just based off first glance. But all right, they're challenging. Oh, Hoppy with a great throw. Oh, he's safe. He's safe. He got his fingers in. Reflect with a 3-er. First initial look that he was out, but after looking at that, I think he was safe. He got his fingers in right when the tag was applied. I think he's safe. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little cactus jack. Bang, bang. We're at 40. 60 to go. Thank you so much. Attaboy to get your fingers in there. To tag that. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Let's go, Hollywood. Nice effort there by Mitch Haniger. Not the fastest player on the Seattle Mariners, but good technique there. Much better than the Luke Raleigh attempt. Appreciate you, Reflect. $10 holla to get us to 50. Thank you so much. Safe. Nice. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Let me know what you want to do for photos, if you want any. Oh, and another one. Thank you so much. And another one. I don't know if that was an error or on purpose, but thank you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, and a cactus jack. 10 and a 10. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We wouldn't be able to do this channel without you. Thank you so much for your generosity and your support. Jonathan Clase out there at second base. And another tenner. Thank you so much. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little cactus jack. Bang, bang. And a big swing and a miss. And we're going to extras. Kind of had a feeling. We had a chance there, though. It's a $10 holla flash mob. Seriously. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to the bottom of the ninth, and hopefully, we can find a way to not give anything up. Anything that you want photo-wise, I'll do some Mariner Moose here for the time being, but thank you so much. We need a late rally here. Hopefully pitching will be good. I just didn't feel, like sometimes when you get that feeling that something's good going to happen late in the matchup, and I just wasn't really feeling it that with those three individuals that were going to help us win. Not that they were not capable, but just based on how they were playing up to that point. Now, if it was Garver, Cal, Julio, then I would say, yeah, we're going to have a chance, but not with those particular three. But I still think that we can win 5-4 in extras in 10 or 11. But initially going into the matchup and looking at the pitching matchup, my first initial thought when I woke up this morning is I thought, damn, this might be the game that we lose in the series. But I didn't expect Cal and Julio to play as good as they did today, at least keep us in it. And again, 4 runs or more, 7 to 10 hits, the Mariners are going to have a chance to win. But when we get under 4 runs and under 7 hits, we typically lose 95% of the time. So let's go, baby. Go to the bottom of the ninth. Let's see who's up for the Angels. Leading off for the Angels, right fielder Joe Adell, supposedly. Batting second, third baseman Anthony Rendon. And batting third, first baseman Nolan Chanel, if that's correct, unless they didn't update it. Let me see. And we got Andres Munoz, the all-star on the mound. He'll be extra motivated here. Munoz on the corner for a strike. 0-1 count. Congratulations to your very first all-star, Andres Munoz. Let's go, baby. Big swing and a miss behind in the count. 0-2. Of course we did. $10 holla with the birthday party for Ollie's friend. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack bang bang. You're going to be our good luck charm, Megan, for us to win this game. Megan's like, let me go on this dono train. 10, 10, 10, 10. Perfect 10, perfect 10. And another tenner. So many $10 donos, I don't even know what we're at on the dono train. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, cactus jack bang bang. Thank you so much. We were at 37, and now I think we're at 87. Thank you to the two of you. You guys are the best. Or are we at 90 now? But Reflex 3 are on top of that. We are at 90. 10 more to hit the goal. I mean, if we didn't have people like Megan and Reflect, these types of, good vibes and good aura and getting the good numbers on the donut train would never happen. Thank you so much. Reflect with a 10. 10, 10, 10. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack, bang, bang. Thank you so much. And just like that, we hit the goal. But if it wasn't for Megan and Reflect, we would have only hit a third of it. So thank you so much to the two of you. Appreciate you. Bottom of the ninth, 4-4, Mariners and Angels. Runner at first. Next up is Anthony Rendon. I still think we're going to win this game in extras, but we got to earn it here. Pitch right down the middle for a strike, and I think we're going to be in a good opportunity here to get a double play. DX, let's go. Double play, like I called it. It's good to have ESP and call that DP, huh? Sometimes you just got to call it out and then it happens. Nice double play by the Mariners there. And that's exactly what we needed. Next up, 1 for 2 with an RBI and base on ball. First baseman Nolan Chanel. Judah in the building. What's good? And of course we miss those people. That's why these people are a part of the channel and Chris is not. That's how it goes. You want to talk shit, you get eliminated. DX with a 20. Appreciate you. DX was the one that started off the dono train after over an hour and 10 minutes of no donos to help us, get it going. And I appreciate you. DX, Reflect, and Megan. Thank you so much. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks with little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Yes, you did. And I wouldn't have been able to get it started without you. Appreciate you. Judah in the building. What's good? Sometimes I have ESPN, not all the time, but kind of felt it there. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, everything matters. You know that, Judah. Every like, every share, every dono, anything positive for the channel. We've had a couple trolls and a couple people that we've had to ban today. I think I've had to boot out 3 people today, but that's what happens. One person for being overly negative, another person coming in here talking shit, and then another one. So, but again, I think this generation thinks that they can just say whatever they want, regardless if it's in person or being a keyboard warrior, But we already know who's family here. You missed the trolls, man. There's 3 of them. Got him! Oh, he's safe! Captain Oreo's like, what about me? Absolutely you. Appreciate you. Captain Oreo is coming through with the business as well. And again, if it wasn't for Captain Oreo and DX as being, newbies to be able to support the way they have been, they've definitely been able to help everything out on the channel as well. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack, bang, bang. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And again, I wouldn't be able to, do what I do without DX, Captain Oreo, Megan, and Reflect have been doing it for a longer period of time. And even Judah. Judah can't do it all the time, but when Judah does, he definitely will come through. And everyone is going to be on a different level, depending on your finances and if you want to be able to support, Nolan is safe at second. Appreciate all of you guys very, very much. I wouldn't be able to do this full time without all of you, and that is the honest truth. We're in the bottom of the 9th, 4-4, Mariners and Angels. Runner at second with 2 away. Next up, Taylor Ward. Pitch is low and outside. 2-1 count for Taylor Ward. Come on, Munoz. Let's win this game in 10, baby. Congratulations to Andres Munoz for being selected to the All-Star game a few hours ago. Unfortunately, it was because of Logan Gilbert pitching on Sunday, and he won't have enough rest. So Logan will be attending the All-Star game, but he will not be able to pitch. But Munoz will be able to take his place, and at least we have 2 All-Stars. But it sounds like we should have 3 with Cal Raleigh included. Boom! That's Andres Munoz for you. He's like, I just got invited to my first All-Star game. There we go. Nice job. Andres Munoz, baby. Now, if we didn't have a good closer, yeah, definitely the Angels could have won there in the bottom of the 9th. But when you got one of the best in baseball, and sometimes he'll fuck up, just like anybody. We don't always bring our A game in life. Sometimes we fuck up. Sometimes we make mistakes. But Andres Munoz was electric right there. And we'll see what happens here. Next up for the Mariners, and this is where we're going to win the game. Leading off for the Mariners, 1 for 4 with a K, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, DHing for the Mariners, 1 for 4 with a run, Mitch Garver. And batting third, 2 for 4 with a 2-run blast, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And so if J.P., Garver, or Cal, somebody can get on base, and that'll lead to Julio. So this is exactly the best chance and the best lineup that we're going to have. J.P., Garver, and then we get into Cal, and someone will get a base hit or walk off, and then we'll still have Julio and France right after them. So I like this particular part of the order for us to win 5-4. Let's go. Yeah. Dog food is expensive, you know what I mean? And again, like one month's worth of dog food is like $83, and again, if you got pets, you understand, cat food and dog food is not cheap. It definitely gets expensive, especially if you end up getting a decent brand. I'm not going to just feed Paisley anything. I'm going to make sure that she has, a good quality. I want to make sure she lives the most fulfilling life. So you definitely understand, that type of cost. So Paisley just barked and said, thank you. Let's go Mariners. Paisley. We got Krause on the mound. JP in the box. Let's go, JP. And I'll get some photos for the people that donated. Once we, figure out what happens here in the matchup. After the stream ends, I'll be able to pull up some photos for about 10 minutes to take care of all of y'all. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely cheaper stuff that you could buy, but I have like this, I usually, do strawberries, blueberries, watermelon, sometimes organic, and that can get kind of expensive. And then on top of that, I have this like lamb pellets, that I end up getting with the Nutro. And Nutro is a good brand. So again, yeah, there is cheaper stuff that's out there, but I'm not going to give Paisley cheap food. I want to make sure that she lives a healthy life. Top of the 10th, 4-4 Mariners and Angels. We got Rojas at second, JP Crawford in the box. Yeah, the flags are cool. Pitch is high and outside, 2-2 count. Any type of emojis that you can throw in there is cool. I'm not sure if it just depends on what device you're on. If you're on your phone or if you're on a laptop or a computer. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it. 2-2 pitch. JP. Taylor Ward is there. One away. Truex, got you. Silver Foxes, got you. Yeah, I don't have any cats, but I know Reflect does, and a lot of people in the chat do, and yeah, I understand. I mean, I go to Petco quite often, and I can see even with like toys for cats and dogs and how much that costs. I mean, it's very expensive. Garver. Oh, he missed it. Let's go, baby. 5-4 Mariners. I told you this was a good part of our lineup. My ESP isn't going to be right all the time, but I called the double play. Obviously, they're in the ninth, and then now we got a 5-4 lead, but we want more than 5-4. Let's be honest, right? We want to be able to have a 2 or 3 run lead because the Angels are sneaky, right? And we know that they can tie at 5-5. So I want to make sure we get a little bit more insurance here. The more insurance that we can get, the better. If we can end up making the score like 7-4 or 8-4, that will give us a better chance. And again, we can still win 5-4 if, they don't get anything, but just the flow of the game and how it's going. Give me 1 or 2 more. I don't want to be greedy, but I think that if it ended up being 6-4 or 7-4, we're going to feel a lot better as Mariner fans. Let's go. Next up, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. 264 average, 10 homers, 34 ribbies. I like this 1-2 combo of Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez, like a Jordan Pippen combo, and I love it. Let's go. You got 10 acres of land? Nice. My dad's got 2 or 3, but doesn't necessarily have, chickens and whatnot. But there's a lot of deer and a lot of wildlife that, go through in the backyard. And my dad's got like a rescue dog, Lucas. Julio popped up. And that one drifts foul, 1-1 count. Top of the 10th, 5-4 Mariners. Runners at first and second with one out. Let's try to get it to 7-4. I think that 6-4 or 7-4 will make us feel a little bit more comfortable. And Julio has already gone yard in the first inning with a 2-run blast to give us a 2-0 lead. Pitches outside. Good eye, Julio. If that was Julio at the beginning of the year, he might have swung at that. Nice job, J-Rod. Focus, baby. Let's go. Trident's up. The electric. 2-1 pitch from Kraus to Julio. Ooh, was that a balk? Anytime they go off the mound there, I'm like, ooh, balk season. Watch out. That one fouled behind the plate. Hey, it's kind of a common thing now with how much things cost. I'm in that boat right now because, like I said, I had 2 long relationships where I had one with one individual for about 7-8 years, and then another one for about that same time period. There goes Julio, 2 away. He's pissed. But sometimes, you got to save money. And again, I had to pay back some debt. I'm trying to save up for a new vehicle, for a new truck, a used truck, not a brand new truck, but a used one. So that way me and Paisley can, go around. And sometimes, if you got $800-900 a month that you got to pay in rent with someone, and then you got a bunch of bills, and then you got to take care of a child or a pet, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. And then sometimes you don't trust, and you have a falling out with a boyfriend or girlfriend or a roommate. So, and like I said, I had a toxic relationship that I got out of that was about 8 years. And, sometimes you got to be able to be smart. And if you are lucky enough to have, a parent or a cousin or a grandpa or grandma or someone, that you can live with to be able to find your way before you end up making that next transition in your life, it's kind of the smart thing to do. Instead of being dead broke and then living on your own and having no money and being miserable, or having a roommate and then being miserable because you have no money to do anything besides pay rent. Sometimes you got to do that. So no, there's no shame in the game with living with a family member if you have to do that at one point in your life or another. That's big facts. And I guarantee there's probably about 30 or 35% of the people that are watching, on the channel that probably have a very similar situation, either right now or have. Ty France popped that one up, and that one is drifting foul. And it kind of just depends on if you get along with family. If you get along with family, and everything is good, why leave? And like I said, with the economy the way that it is, with inflation, sometimes it's just good to be around people that love you and you love them, rather than living with someone and being broke and being fucking miserable and having a toxic relationship, which is high and inside. 3-2 count. I see a lot of us are in a very similar situation. Me too, and again, like I said, sometimes you want to have that freedom, right? And you want to be able to do whatever you want and have no one tell you what to do. Big swing and a miss. 5-4 Mariners. We still got a 1-run lead, and hopefully that'll be good enough. I still would have liked to have a 6-4 lead or 7-4 lead, but again, I think we still got enough to win 5-4, like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Well, let me see if I can squeeze in some Martin Truex Jr. and I can get into some of the photos here before the commercial break. And at some point or another, I am probably going to have, some kind of, apartment or, a townhouse or a condo. But again, it's not going to be anytime in the near future. I got to make sure, I want to get all my debts paid off, which I pretty much have done that. Then, I got to get a credit card paid off, and then I got to be able to save up for, a used truck. And then, down the road, again, I might be able to do something on my own, but there's not very many people that I think that I would want to live with. Like my best friend, Justin, is one of the people that I would live with, but he's kind of in a similar situation as myself, where, he's with his brother and his family. And, it's just kind of a smart situation where if you can get along with family, why waste money each month to live in an apartment when you can save that money, towards trips or concerts or just saving it, So everyone's situation is different. And if you're blessed enough to live on your own, obviously a big congratulations to you. But for a lot of us, with the economy the way that it is, we're struggling. So you got to be able to be smart with the finances that you have. And, if that means living with family, sometimes that's going to be the best option, especially with the way the economy is right now. Big facts. All right, we got Austin Voth coming in. See if I can squeeze in one more photo here. I appreciate you. We did a lot of photos of Martin initially with like the driver, so I figured I'd do cars this time around. Let's go, baby. Let's get this done. Austin Voth, let's go, baby. First up for the Halos with a 2-run blast in the first inning, Willie Calhoun. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. And if you got a Twitter/X account, do your boy a solid. Like and retweet the live stream. Oh, God. Back, gone. And Willie Calhoun just walked off with a 2-run home run. 4th homer of the season. And he had 2 home runs just like Cal Raleigh did yesterday. Fuck. Unbelievable. And again, I remember waking up this morning thinking that if we were going to lose a game in this series, it was going to be this one with Tyler Anderson on the mound. But I did not predict Willie Calhoun pulling off his best Cal Raleigh impression. And Austin Voth, who should have had Andres Munoz pitching there in that particular inning. Again, not Austin Voth, and we paid the price for it. Oh, that sucks. Congratulations to the Halos. That was a big, big win there for you. Willie Calhoun doing a Cal Raleigh impression, except obviously both home runs were, batting left-handed, I believe. Damn it. But that's why you don't bring in Austin Voth there. You keep Andres Munoz in the 9th and in the 10th. I mean, damn it. All right, let's get some photos up. I'm not going to let that ruin my day. Again, we got George Kirby tomorrow, right? And we got Logan Gilbert on Sunday. We still have a chance to win 3 out of 4, but walk-off home run. And that's why, remember, I told you it was going to be so important for us to be able to get to 6-4 or 7-4 because of this exact situation that I kind of had a bad feeling that could happen, and we only had one, and it is what it is. All right, let me get some photos up. We're not going to let that ruin our fucking Friday night, right? All right, let me get some photos up or some silver boxes and reflect anything that you want to be able to see photo-wise. You let me know. Should have had Andres Munoz in that fucking inning. He's like, oh, Cal Raleigh hit 2 home runs? I'll do that. Nice job by Willie Calhoun. And it's crazy. Willie only has a couple home runs for the season. He almost, matched what he had for the season tonight. I mean, he only has 4 or 5 for the year. Yeah, GG to the Angels. Reflect anything that you specifically want to see. Wow, first career walk-off for him, too. That hurts. But GG, we won 11-0 yesterday, so we can't act like, and we won every single game in the series. We won the first 3 games in Seattle, and then yesterday. So now it's 4 wins for the Mariners, 1 for the Angels. So you would have to think at some point the Angels are going to win a game, and it just unfortunately happened here tonight. Yeah, that one hurts. That one stung. Trying to get a bunch of your silver foxes here. I gotta delete some of the photos here real quick, make more room. Appreciate you so much. I'll be live 6:30 Pacific. No worries. No worries. Thank you so much for your support. That's why I wanted to kind of get those going. Yeah, awesome to have Lucas come through. Appreciate you, man. All the way from Brazil. And not only showing up and hanging out, but actually supporting with some donos too. Yeah, I second that. It definitely is a pleasure. It's always good, and it seems like he is a Pacific Northwest fan, pretty much all Seattle as far as American sports teams, which is very cool. And if there's anyone that's in the room that donated here within the last half hour that I have forgotten or I haven't got a photo of, whether it's Captain or DX or any of y'all, I obviously with Megan and Reflect going back on a nice little dono train for us as well. Lucas stepping up with some good support. It's always awesome to be able to build the brand here. I appreciate you guys very much. But if there's anyone that wants anything else, Reflect, you got anything that you want to see with all your amazing support and donos? I know sometimes you don't really care necessarily about, the photos that much, but if there is anything that you want, you let me know. Throwing up a few here for DX with his Martin Truex Jr. while I'm just waiting. just want to make sure that we're not missing anybody. You know, I want to make sure everyone is heard, everyone, has the input, and I don't want to oversee anybody. I never will purposely, forget anybody. So. Okay. Usually I try to do it, and I try to multitask, call the game, and do it. The only time I'll get behind a little bit is if I get multiple donos while I'm calling the game, and if the game is intense and everything, I got to be able to call the game, and then I got to sprinkle them in within the commercial breaks and whatnot as best as I can, and then sometimes we'll wait towards the end to kind of fill it in. So awesome, good to hear. Okay, sounds good. I'll get you some more photos tomorrow. We'll finish it off here. Better call Saul to finish it off. I just like to make sure I'm showing that proper love and appreciation. And DX was really the front runner that started it all. If DX didn't end up dropping that 20, who knows where we would have ended up. Megan and Reflect back to back, and then getting a lot of support from all the others as well. Appreciate Lucas and DX and Matt and Megan and Reflect, and obviously getting Lucas to come through as a newbie on the channel. Yeah, we had 3 different trolls that we had to boot out of here, but it happens as we get bigger and bigger on the channel. More and more trolls will come in, but on top of the trolls, we'll also get some great people coming in like Lucas as a brand new contributor to the channel. Not only just coming in and being positive, but also supporting on the dono side. It means a lot. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very much. And for anyone that I missed photos of, or if everyone's a little beat and tired, I'll definitely get photos tomorrow. I'm going to be live 6:30 Pacific, George Kirby on the mound against the Angels. And then I'll also be live on Sunday at 1 o'clock for Logan Gilbert. Monday, the Home Run Derby, I'll be live. Tuesday, we actually got the MLB All-Star Game. And then we'll have Wednesday and Thursday off as we wait for the baseball games to return on Friday. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Anybody want anything here? Is everyone good at this point? Want to make sure that everyone is good. Obviously, better call Saul. Finger, I appreciate you guys very, very much. Here's looking at you. Shout out to all the people watching Twitter/X. Let's take a quick peek before I go, see where we're at. Megan with the like and the share on the Twitter before she left. Thank you so much. And let's see where we ended up hitting. We ended up hitting 43 likes, 2 more to get to 45, but we broke 40. So that's awesome. I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. And again, shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. And again, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 6:30 Pacific. Final score, Angels 6, Mariners 5 in a heartbreak. But again, we'll be back tomorrow with George Kirby and then Logan Gilbert. And I feel confident that we can compete, and hopefully we'll be able to get a win. Shout out to DX and Megan and Reflect and Matt and everyone else, including Lucas and Captain Oreo. Love you guys. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Orion, Northwest Sports Fanatics. GG to all the Angels fans with the big win. And we'll be back tomorrow. Love ya, and I'm out. Okay.